Welcome to the classiest. Oh, I can't do that. My neck is still fucked up, so if I like screech or twitch or something, don't be worried. I don't know what I've done, but my neck. My neck! Ow! I don't know. I slept weird, I guess. Good morning, BDO. Good morning, Mishy. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Nonless. Good morning, C. Lewis. Good morning, Gloom. Good morning, Trouble. How the fuck are you? I hope. Ooh, new Tesseract. Shut the fuck up. Hold on. What's it called? Is it the gray? That's what came up first. Is that, yeah, 1 day ago? Let's watch. I fucking love Tesseract, dude. They're so good. Pause. Wonderful rap. We love you too. The Tesseract's fucking wildly good. Quiet, sign. Yeah, it happened. I was literally like laying back, totally chilled, and it happened. It just, I don't know. I swear it's old injury. I'm pretty positive it's from like, youth, fucking myself up in my youth, crashing into things and whatnot. Old injury, but sometimes I just wake up and what it feels like is it feels like a muscle or something got rolled over my shoulder blade and is stuck. And I keep like rolling my shoulder and trying to get it the fuck out. Oh, but it does not. It doesn't do it. Just fucking, but it doesn't, like, if I'm just like this, it doesn't hurt. It's only if I move or like, I don't know, it's certain positions and then it'll do the random like out, which is really fun. Those are great. Zach looks at me like I'm insane. I'm like, please just ignore me. I don't know what else to do. They're uncontrollable. Yipes. Oh God, please don't be loud. Holy shit. My neck's usually what causes my migraines. Fuck that. No, wait, lemon escapades. Yes. I wouldn't call them escapades. The fear in my soul. I don't have any. I mean, I tried like Aleve and stuff like that. It's like, I think it really feels better when I do yoga and stuff like that and stretch it out. So I think it's just a matter of stretching it and stretching it until it finally gets the fuck out of whatever position it's in right now that is killing me. So stupid. Yep, one wrong move. Literally, you like breathe and your body's like, hey, remember me? Yeah, love it. Neck to, and it's not tension. It's almost something that's actually on my shoulder blade that just like my neck affects it, if that makes sense. It's like this, this whatever's here. You're my trap or whatever, but my neck is what like triggers it. It sucks. I don't know. It's just I didn't even do anything cool to get it. It just fucking hurts. Look up the main dude from Tesseract. Ackle. Oh my god, what a name. Ackle? Did the mom cough and they just put that on the fucking birth certificate? Ackle! Name him John. The drummer Jay Poststones talks about having to turn what Ackle writes here into something playable on the kit. It's a really cool form factor for a band, very unlike their contemporaries' approaches. That's pretty cool. It reminds me, I watched an interview of Maynard James Keenan ages ago, and he has a really, like, I guess it was unique to me. He has, like, all the other band members create music before he does anything, and then he listens to it. Like, he'll go on a 9-hour drive around Arizona and just listen to the music that they've written over and over and over until lyrics start to come to him. Fucking wild. Good morning, Silver. I hope you're doing well. I cough hard and I can feel my spine. Oh, vertebrae and expandable pop. Oh, no! You blew your back out coughing? What did you do? Like, what do you do about that? Ow. No shit, Delicia. I have 2 areas of pinched nerves in my neck. When they flare, yep. It's exactly what I have. Yep, it's a flare. It's a nerve pinch from like, the problem with like muscle injuries and stuff is if it's not surgical, there's really nothing you can do about it. And so when I was a kid, I was reckless, as most kids are. We rode dirt bikes and I snowboarded and shit like that. We crashed things. I was constantly hurt. But like we weren't hurt to the point of going to the doctor. We didn't, I mean, I obviously did break things occasionally, but like not all the time. And so it's a lot of these like muscle fucks that I think from my youth are now catching up to me. Like, hey, you didn't do anything about this when X happened, and now you're just It's a muscle that displaces itself or something. But I actually, Vissy was teaching me this. Vissy taught me nerve glides. Have you guys ever heard about nerve glides? It's a thing. It looks and feels kind of stupid at first, but when you do it and actually pay attention to how it feels, you kind of realize how out of shape you are or how badly you move regularly. One of them that's really been helping me is you stick your arm out straight and your hand like at the sharpest angle possible. This is my fucked up arm, so I can't get it very sharp. And then all you literally do is you raise your arm at a perfect angle to your body, like a straight out angle to your body, until you feel like a pull, like a weird nerve fuzzy feeling in your arm. And at that point, you stop, go down, and then you just keep doing this. And slowly you'll be able to go higher and higher without that feeling happening. But I can feel it all the way down my arm. It's almost like my arm's getting pinched. Like it's gonna start going to sleep. And so I do this a lot. Because these are literally, it just glides the nerve so it doesn't get pinched as often. But I swear to God, if you do this and just slowly do it, pay attention to the way your fingers feel. You'll slowly start to feel your fingers start to feel pins and needles. Because we don't do this, like we do this. So our bodies are like breaking. Only Tool Guy interview I've seen online was his with James Rogan. Did not want to watch. Yeah. There's a Seahorse. He doesn't actually. Zach actually told me this. I didn't know that this was like a thing of Maynard James Keenan or a thing that he whatever. He does not do interviews. He feels very awkward. Doesn't like to talk to people. But there are a few like I don't want to say mockumentaries. What is one of them called? I think it's called Blood and Wine. And it's like, it's kind of a joke. Like the interview part is definitely a spoof. But then he actually talks about the music process and he actually goes over his fucking winery. He has a winery in Arizona. If you guys didn't know that, that's what Maynard James Keenan does now. I've tried the wine, it's delicious. But yeah, it's going on. It's very interesting. He's a very interesting dude. He literally picked the worst place in the world to try to grow wine and did it, and he's won like awards and shit. It's pretty crazy. Oh, owie. I sneezed once and was on the couch for almost a week. What did it throw out? What did it do to your body? Sit on the floor with my legs up at a 90-degree angle and let gravity settle the muscles. Other than that, it's just got to settle. That's basically my neck. I have this like, it's a pillow, I guess. It's kind of like it's made out of stuff that foam rollers are made out of, but it looks kind of like a snail shell. And you put it on the ground, like a flat, hard ground surface, lay on the ground and put it behind your neck. And it slowly pulls your head away from your body, kind of, and like alleviates your skull pressure off of your neck. And I've been doing that like every hour for 15 minutes. I did that all day yesterday because it was the only way I could like pull my neck out. Oh my God. I sit on the floor with, oh yeah, vertebrae in my neck are popped out to a weird angle in the way that an injury won't explain. But we don't know why. Just that it's really fucked up. So every couple of years, they do a procedure where they put flexible needles in my neck and inject something that burns. Ow! What? Oh, Donna, no. Oh my God, what?
Turn it off, Willard.
Help!
Holy sh... Nope. Oh my God, you poor soul. Good morning, Solipsis. Good morning, Anubis. How are you? Your brain's cooked. Why is it hot? Are you guys cooking? Are you guys like cooking? It's been fuck hot. Yesterday it was like 98 degrees. It was disgusting here. Which is also a thing that hurts 24/7 for me. For that, I can accidentally relax the shoulder or extend, and then my shoulder will pop out of socket. You sound like my sister. My little sister, Sarah, she can just be walking, and her knee will fall out, her hip will fall out, arm, fingers. She just, like... My joints, like, overextend. I don't think I've ever had one, like, fall out, like, dislocate randomly like my sister's. My shoulder dislocated absolutely when I crashed into a tree. But, I don't think I've ever had anything fall out, but mine hyperextend. And that's... I swear to God, the only people that run tend to say, like, oh, they think about things and they go into this euphoric space. Almost the entire time I'm running in the morning, I'm thinking, knees, please don't go backwards. Because it feels like they're going to go backwards sometimes. Like, not painful, like my knees are bending backwards, but I'm just like, I can feel that they could if I let them. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn something very complex and it won't go in. What are you trying to learn? Donna, no shit. I'm not allowed to move a single muscle the whole time, no matter the pain. Oh my god. Oh my god. My dentist wonders why I have no problem sitting perfectly still through things. I mean, you know what I learned the other day, Donna? I follow a lot of like doctors on Instagram and TikTok and shit. And I was watching one talk about a research paper recently that says period cramps are akin to a heart attack in the pain on the pain scale. And that fucked me up. So like, I'm surprised you feel feelings anymore, honeybean. You know what I'm saying? Like we no shit, we're good with pain. Like we fucking experience a heart attack 3 days to 7 days a month. That one's worse cuz like dead pain. I know, what do you do when that happens? Do you have to go to the doctor to put it back in? Won't go in. Thumb it in. I've just got a giant thick Spooder Garden friend. So do I. Oh my god, Gloom. I keep meaning to show you guys. I have taken so many pictures of this dumb spider. Hard same though. Right outside my kitchen window, there is, I swear to you, I've taken pictures, I'll post them in the Discord, a 3-foot across orb weaver web. And there's a fucking orb weaver, her with legs. She's about this big right now. And she's lived outside of our kitchen window now for a couple months. And we've watched her grow from like this big to, fat. And I swear, Zach and I watch her together. We named her Becky because she has a fat ass. And she, no shit, every night at about 10:30, she completely recreates the entire web. 100% from scratch. And it's so perfect. And we just both stand there and watch her like bloop with her little ass around in a circle every night. And this, I mean, I swear to you, the web goes like the supporting web strands that are like holding up the circle, the bullseye, whatever you want to call it. That's 6 feet across. It's going from the roof of my house to the top of my fence. And then her web's in the middle. And I swear it's probably the perfect spot in the world because it's right outside our kitchen window and our kitchen lights are on that time of night because we're usually cooking dinner around 10. So all the bugs come out and she probably just fucking feasts. I mean, I swear she's gotten so big. I swear every day I look at her, she looks bigger. I'm excited. Becky's cool. You've heard that about cramps and heart attacks. I hadn't heard that before and that scared the shit out of me. But I've never had a heart attack, but man, I've had cramps that feel like I'm dying. Also had a camera shoved at my nose. Oh my god. Oh, you're gonna have to get your tonsils out? Are they really big? Your girlfriend puts it back in place? Like literally, like is it like like in the movies? Oh, bless her. Ouch. Just my shoulder being in pain right now is just like the empathy. She holds it out and I try to get it back in. I break out into straight sweats. Oh, I totally would. That's like at nighttime, Zach will, I'll ask him to rub this thing and he'll just run his thumb. And I swear it feels like he's putting all of his weight on my back and he's literally doing like this. And I'm just sitting there like sweating and shaking. I'm like, just do it. It hurts so bad. I was thinking about getting a Spooder, but hiding it from my mom. I mean, what would she do if she found it? Is she like to the point where she's so afraid of them she would just run away, or would she try to kill it? It's 90 in Redmond? Absolutely not. My parents are probably fucking baking. They say if you have chronic pain in the uterus, owner tells you that their periods are bad, believe them. Oh, I mean, I would never not believe anybody. Anybody that discounts pain is stupid. Hi, Ty Gorgon. How are you, love? Oh, SQL Alchemy's object relational mapping interface. It's something that translates invisibly between object programming and raw database queries. Queries? I feel like I said that word wrong. Trouble is,
invent a new word to describe it. Shitmungus.
thank you so much for gifting a sub to Davius, you anonymous bitch. I appreciate you. Trouble is they've recently made an update and 90% of the tutorials aren't relevant anymore. Worse, you end up memorizing something that makes sense but doesn't fucking work anymore. That sounds like school in general. Davius, enjoy fruit fly. Kill it. Did I get it? Go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing is sexier than pure sober consent. And thank you for being here today, love. I have to pop my joints back into place often since I was a kid. I've originated a thing called lax ligaments in my jobs. Do you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? Ehlers? I always say it wrong. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. EDS. Do you have that? I have a few girlfriends who have that and same issue. Shit just falls out. Like they also double jointed, like their elbows poke out and all that. Yeah. I have like it's supposedly a super rare disease, but I know a handful of people who have it. I don't know if that's just because I have far reach because of the internet, but it's kind of I know a few people who have it. My little sister has Marfans. That's so weird. Moofungus. Google says a spooter is a desert grass spider, also known as a funnel web spooter. Ooh, we have a funnel web in our yard right now, too. She's pretty. I think, actually, the most deadly spider in the world is an Australian funnel web spider. If I can't swim in the water, then I don't want it in my air. I agree. The humidity is, like, it can be nauseating. At least the humidity has been reasonable, only like 30 to 40. That's kind of nice. But are you guys at fire risk right now? What up, sheepy? Davius, it was an anonymous gifter. The satanic fox. I mean, friend that's girl. Sorry. I know, I have had girlfriends in the past. I'm currently in a relationship with a man. I'm sorry. Female friends. Sorry. I know, that is confusing. I don't know why I do that sometimes. Drop me a couple DMs, catch up with you when I get a sec. Sheepy, I have been working on my DMs every single day since I got my account back, and I still have 72 to get through, but I will search for yours. It's so bad. I just cry and have a panic attack every single time I open Discord at this point, because it just keeps growing. It just gets bigger every day. Ah! I'm not that interesting! But I'll find yours. It's probably just in there. Yes, Queen Freak, absolutely. Thank you for asking. I never mind. No, dude. No. I will dig for yours. I just didn't even know because I seriously, like how many, my account was closed for 4 days and it was over 100. It's just, you know me. I get anxious about that shit because I feel like I need to do it all at once. That's my biggest problem is I sit down and I'm like, I have to do this all right now, which is unreasonable to put on myself. I don't know why I do that. But then I start to get anxious and I'm just like, I don't know. When really it's just like all my friends probably sending me something funny. Or like Sheepy wanted to talk about RP. Like it's nothing. It's nothing I don't want to do. It's just like, I know you guys relate to this because we talk about like phone calls and shit like that and why we're all terrified to answer the phone. It's a weird anxiety. And I don't know. I used to think it's because for a while there, every time I answered the phone, someone died. And I was like, oh fuck. I don't know where it comes from though. At least there aren't wildfires. Knock on fucking wood. Cheers to that. Oh my god, you just reminded me. Someone posted a link earlier and I missed it. Someone posted music. Fuck. Did I miss someone's music link? Oh my god, it was Seahorse. I got it. This is how my brain is so broken. I read all of chat in a way like in college when you scan information. I log the links and then I start reading chat as I'm opening links and using like two sides of my brain at the same time, and sometimes it doesn't work. And I forgot that side. I got the link. Jackie, happy Friday Eve, love. Is it really Thursday? Holy shit. For Burning Man in a week. Wild. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it swings for so fucking long.
That's a dose of babaes. We feast upon the long pig.
What's with all the mooing lately? No, I just, Drakus, it's honestly been the spanning of my Twitch career, I just struggle every fucking day with what the fuck to title this stream. And if I leave it the same title from yesterday, someone will say something. Inevitably. And be like, wait, did the day change? Is this a rerun? Every fucking day. Yes, if you are subbed, you can drop links. If you're unsubbed, unfortunately, it's blocked. You just have to ask for a permit from one of the mods, which is super easy. It's just to protect us from porn, which is so stupid, but literally, there's shitheads all over the place. Good morning, Vissy, my love. How are you? So yeah, I never, ever, 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 ever know what to title my stream. Because I just, what, do you guys look at the stream titles? Does anybody look at stream titles? I don't know if I've ever looked at a stream title unless they're like, oh, thank you, Sheepy. Unless they're like, I don't know, super strange or something. But I just don't know what the fuck to title my stream. It's literally like every single day I sit and I just stare at that thing and I'm like, so for the past 2 weeks, it's just been moo with different amounts of O's and zeros. Because I don't know what to do. I just don't know what the fuck to title this shit ever. Hi. Titties! I don't know what to title it. Every day. It's like, it feels like making a fucking passive-aggressive, it feels like making a passive-aggressive MySpace status with some music lyrics that are super cryptic. That's what stream titles feel like to me every fucking day. I don't know. I struggle. And so I just kind of gave up for a bit and decided to relax and just call it moo. Oh, Jackie. I hope life seas become calmer for you. Yeah, they've just been moo, but it's just because I don't, what the fuck do I name this shit? What do I do? We do the same, not the same thing every day. We have really good conversations, we smoke weed, and then we play games. And it's like, what the fuck do I name this shit? Did I get your Sheepy? Is it gone too far? Is it the gone too far one? Oh, let me give you another permit. You have 69 seconds between permits. I know you can type fast. Get on it, bitch. Okay, I'm just moving him over so we can watch him. I'm surprised this isn't killing my neck to swivel. Ugh. It's just vibe. Moo. I don't know. Cows are cool. I really don't know. If you guys have how does one title streams? It's one thing if you actually, I don't know. I just don't know what to do. It's just that. Welcome. I don't know what to do. It didn't delete the first one. I don't know. Let's start playing them. I'm confused now. I've got 4 links up. 5, 4. 4? 3, 2, 1. Is this a video? No, just song. Okay. Ooh, pretty though. Hold on, if it's too quiet, let me know. Ooh. Justin Nozuka? Oh, he reminds me of Dermot Kennedy. Yeah. Oh, he reminds me so much of Dermot Kennedy. His voice is gorgeous. Yeah, that raspy goodness. Fuck yes. It still deleted it. Vissy, I wonder if something's wrong. You know what? Actually, I'm so glad you said something, Vissy. I saw one of my streamer friends tweet yesterday. I don't remember who it was. Oh, it was Kin. Kins was saying that permitting and stuff is acting like people are shadow banned or something. Twitch chat has been a little fucky. So it's not, if it's weird, I do apologize. My mods and I will do our best. But I saw Kin was saying something's weird. It was acting like people were shadow banned, even though there's never been a ban on them ever before. They can't post anything. I don't know the logic to it, but I think Twitch might be being twitchy. So, yeah. I saw Kin's post that yesterday, and I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, though. Amazing news. Amazing news. I saw, oh, God, what's her name? Loco. Loco posted yesterday that Twitch is actually going to start giving us the ability to, so, when you ban someone from chat, it will now make it so they can no longer watch your stream. When you ban them, they're actually banned now, like from the stream. Ryan, are you listening? This sounds like Dermot Kennedy to me. A little bit, like not completely, but I love Dermot Kennedy. I'm obsessed. Fina fuckily. That's what I said. I just, yeah, it's huge news once it rolls out. It's just crazy that that's not been a thing. It's just crazy. Like, if we ban someone, they should not be able to sit there and jerk off to your stream or whatever the fuck they're doing. Yeah, it only took Twitch like 12 years. It's fine. You're gonna see him live in June? Shut the fuck up. I just got goosebumps everywhere for you. Where are you gonna see him? If it's really close to your house or like personal information, you don't have to say anything. I live near Red Rocks, and I think he's touring up here somewhere, but the tickets were really expensive or they sold out really fast or something. I tried to look for him. Oh, no, new Hosier? Oh, bitch. How am I not getting notified? There's a fruit fly in here. I fucking follow Hosier on everything. And you are the one to show me the new videos when I'm on YouTube all day. That's some shit. You did see him. Oh my God, you saw him. I'm so sorry. I can read, I swear to God. How was it? Was it incredible? I think I'd just cry. I don't even know. I know all of his songs by heart. I listen to him kind of obsessively. I think I would just be like crying at his voice. Just like ugly cry. Thank you, Shadow. I've kind of figured out the secret. Well, that one's fucked up. We'll ignore that one. I figured out the secret to getting it so there's not too much of a glare on them. All of them are tilted. So instead of like the way I would actually like it because of my OCD, instead of them all being lined up next to each other, they're all turned at an angle so that there's no glare and you might be able to see a spider. Good morning, Will. He's so partner. Katie, he's so amazing. My partner got me into him, and there were tears. My little sister played him for me for the first time in my car when we were driving downtown Seattle, and I just remember like my whole body melting because I'd never heard him before. And this was 5 or 6 years ago when he first kind of started. Like I can't remember the album name. My cousin was apparently arrested last month with 50 stamp bags of heroin and a bunch of crack cocaine. What is a stamp bag? She's missing? Oh, that's... How do we feel about this cousin? Because, like, I don't believe in criminalizing people who are addicted to drugs, but I do believe in sending drug dealers to jail. You know? Like, those are the criminals in my... This song is sad and dark, but God, it's pretty. His voice makes it not depressing. Moo Young, how are you, love? No vinyl for sale at the show. I mean, there probably might have been, and it was just gone. The new album comes out tomorrow. No shit. Is DeSelby the new one? We watched part 1 together, right, Lizzie? That was the last one you shared with me that I didn't see when it popped out, right? And I really liked that one. The only one that I haven't been a diehard fan for thus far is Francesca. Which, it's not a bad song. It's just like, that was beautiful. I'm saving this. Was that one of your ancient old links, Sheepy, that you discovered? There's no Depresso. That was absolutely beautiful. Hold on. We have Periphery, Blood of the Eagle, and then Gone Too Far. And then Hosier. I have a couple others. Let me move them over. Oh, my Jesus, Katie. My Lord on a corn dog. I have a lot. Hold up. So this is curing our depresso languages, and they literally sound like you're coughing. Even people in the country say that. They don't teach Welsh in schools, and I don't know one Welsh person who can speak Welsh, including Peachy. Like, he laughed at me when I asked him if he could speak Welsh. So, like, I mean, it's maybe not dead, but it is in no way being preserved actively. Really? Dude, Peachy says the generation him and below, it's not anything. Like, he couldn't even say some of the signs, and he's straight up born and raised near Cardiff. Cardiff. I can't do it. I mean, that's the reason, right? Like, Christianity went around and basically did what they did to Native Americans. Like, you speak your own language and we'll just murder you or put you in a cell and torture you or rape your wife or something like that. So it basically, I mean, Christianity spread and killed a lot of culture in general, right? I know. I've been to Wales. I went and hung out with Sheepy. Remember? I stayed there for quite some time. Everything's in Welsh, but like no one could. I don't know. If you go to Mexico, you're going to hear everybody speaking Spanish. You know what I'm saying? If you go to France, everybody's speaking French. You go to Greece, everybody's speaking Greek. But like when I was in Wales, I didn't hear fucking nobody say a word in Welsh. They had an accent, but they were not speaking Welsh actively. So like maybe that's the difference. In my head is just like it's not dead, but it's not a flourishing shit. Did I say Sheepy or Peachy? God damn it. I fuck your two names up all the time. It's so bad. Peachy, not Sheepy. I hung out with Peachy. Jesus Christ. I do that. I don't know. Peachy and Sheepy are not that close. They have an E at the end. Good gourd. Good gourd, Katie. What the fuck? Good morning, Najeel. How are you? I love Irish though. It's gorgeous. I've known some people like there's a lot of people that love to come to America, be like fourth generation, and be like, no, but we're still Irish, and then they name their kids those super complicated names like Siobhan. But if you spell Siobhan, it looks like Sibbo Hannon. Why do you put your kids at I mean, people fucked my name up, and it's Katie. Like for fuck's sake. A bit like the tourist phenomena. What's the tourist phenomena? What's that? Oh, dude, City of Color. Wales is fucking one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. It was a Ghibli painting on crack. I swear to fuck. I was sitting out at nighttime with Millie, and we were looking at these rolling hills covered in lush greenery and a train very far away, but you could see a train go through the hills. And I was just like, am I in my neighbor Totoro right now? What the fuck? It was so Ghibli. It was just like fucking gorgeous. One of the most, I mean, have you been mountain? Oh, I believe that would probably be one of the most beautiful mountain biking places in the world. Yep. Yep. I couldn't do it. Everyone fucks up Sheepy and Peachy for some reason. It's super common, and even me and Sheepy do it. God damn it! You fucking asshole. Dude, I'm not kidding you. I'm pretty sure I turned to Amelia and said, like, if that was the cat bus, I would come right now. I think I said that because we were just watching it. It was so dim, but you could see it going through the trees around this mountain. And I was just in heaven. And we were staying at like a manor, you know, because I was getting this tattoo done and it was a whole thing. And it was just fucking, it was magical. Wales, I mean, all of England is fairly fucking gorgeous. Your guys' British Isles are gorgeous in general, but Wales has a lot of just farmland and shit. And I don't like really people. So I like the farmland better. It was so pretty, though. I know. The trains in the mountains, because America ruins everything. America ruins everything. Did I just romanticize the British Railway Network? I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what train it was. It was so far away. Like miles. It was in mountains that I could just like see because I was on a hill. But I mean, if it was, I'm going to be honest. I'll romanticize as an American any form of public transportation because as an American, I'd love some. I'd love to not have a car, but like unless you live in downtown New York, public transportation doesn't exist. We don't have it. It's a joke. Trains are like a joke. They're a tourist thing. Like you do it as a joke, kind of, but they're not efficient unless you're on the East Coast between like Boston and DC. Then you've got kind of some decent public transportation. But fucking A, dude, mind the gap. I will suck that dick any day. Give me that tube. I do romanticize that. It is so nice to walk around and be able to get from place to place without needing a car or needing to park constantly. I've had a car since I was 16 years old, and I will never not have a car because in order to go anywhere in the United States of America, you must have a vehicle. And that sucks. That's a huge cost. Like insurance and all that, like the amount of money we pay just to maintain a car is insane. Because there's just nothing. It's a joke. I fucking love public transportation. Yeah. Give me those dirty seats and the fucking needles and stuff. Yeah. A bus, a train, anything. If you don't have a car, Uber and Lyft. Or a light rail if you're lucky. You know what I mean? And that sucks. It just is so shitty. So it might, your guys' public transportation or the railway system might be horrible for someone who is very used to having nice public transportation just like since you were born. But the first time I went to England and used the tube, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, why does anyone have a car? It's so expensive. And I think it's even more expensive to have a car in your guys' country, isn't it? Like petrol and shit is even pricier, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the US is kind of, we're one of the cheapest places to have a car in general. I think. In terms of like petrol costs and all that crap. Oh, tattoo discussion. Thank you, Marx. There's still a stigma. They did a test here last year where they had the same woman pretend to be unwell in a shopping mall. When her tattoos were covered with makeup, she was helped within a few minutes. When her tattoos were on display, they stopped the experiment after her being on the floor for an hour. Wow. That's sad. Does Chicago have pretty good public transportation? I haven't been to Chicago since I was like 5 years old, sadly. Beautiful city from what I remember. I was 5. It was big. Yep, trains are 3 times more expensive to travel in and 50 times slower. Frame is absolutely correct. I remember one time when I was going to go visit my parents when I was living in Baltimore, I looked at what it would cost to do a train across the US because I was like, that would actually be, I hate planes. I don't fit. You guys know this. I bitch about it too much. A train, you can get up, you can move, you know, like it would be pretty scenery some of the time. I thought it'd be fun. It would have taken me 12 days to get across the US in a train and cost like triple the cost of a plane flight. And a plane flight would have been 5 hours. It's just, I don't even know why they exist. Who's using those? Like, if you don't like planes, you're fucked. Apparently, they don't want to invest in infrastructure. It's just, I mean, they keep saying they're going to. I feel like every city I've ever lived in talks about that infrastructure of public transportation, and it just never happens. 18.5% of Wales speak Welsh, and 1.1% of Scots speak Gaelic, but 30% of Scots speak Scot. I mean, y'all probably can speak Scot, right? I'd say one of the only languages that's approaching dead, but people are still pushing, is the Cornish. Kenro. I don't know, think I know Cornish. Because housemate who grew up in Cornwall as a kid, they really tried to push Kenro to be taught more as a language during the millennium, but it's not really been working. I think that's sad. I mean, I don't want these languages to be dead languages. They feel almost like a gimmick. You know how everybody talks about that one word in Wales? It's like go 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 gawk at the end. Go 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 gawk. That one. It just is like a tourist gimmick. That's what Welsh feels like when I was in Wales. No one speaks it, but it's on every sign everywhere, and everyone's like, dragons? It's a town name. Yeah, I know. I can't say it. You know the town I'm talking about, though. Thank you, Zacrarion. Landfair, Pulgwyn, Gil, Gogurt, Cherry, Rainbow, Will, Ain't, Syphilis, Gogogok, Silo. Pronounced Paul. I'm calling it Paul now. Yeah, you know what I mean, though? Like, I wish it was more of a thing, but it just feels gimmicky. Same with Gaelic. It feels like people name their children Irish names, and Gaelic is on signs and stuff, but no one's speaking Gaelic. Like, casually, that I've ever experienced. But again, my traveling is very minute. It's just what I can learn when I want. I wish it was more prevalent. It's a beautiful language. Chicago has a bunch of public transportation, but I don't like taking any of the lines. Too much scary shit happens there. Baltimore was like that. It was like a lot of homeless people live on the trains, but also they're not, like, for instance, Johns Hopkins literally has a train station in it, and the train that goes around Baltimore and a little bit outside to bring people into the city goes through the middle of Johns Hopkins, but either you have to be at work an hour and a half early or you're going to be 15 minutes late. That's the gap of the train for everyone's shifts, because everybody in the hospital works the same 12s. Like, we're all 7 to 7 or 6 to 6 or whatever. It's just a joke. It's a joke. It's like, don't bait me with this fucking public transportation shit that is a literal joke. Hold on, let me grab that, David. This is a dude pronouncing it. Hold on, did you guys Is it the weather dude? It's the same. You guys gave me the same guy. I've seen this one before, but it's great. He does pronounce it. It's not Liam's dick, go go gok, whatever. It's just, it's. Go go gok. Also known as Paul. Baby Welsh? What's baby Welsh? Dude, I mean, Welsh is a really cool language. I honestly don't know what the fuck that is, though. Like, what is that? Does that mean something? I feel like I'd break a sweat writing that. Zaquarion, that's what I was saying. I mean, that's really common in America. People love to pick names from other languages or other countries and name their child that with no reference or basis. So I've known multiple Siobhans in my life who straight up for the first 5 years of their life actually thought their names were pronounced Sibohanan because their parents didn't have any idea. They just like picked an Irish name out of a book. So when they were like, in middle school, they were like, by the way, my name's Siobhan. Everybody was like, but we call you Sib. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? It's like if you put a poll online of what to name a new city, town, etc. The Trolls won. The Trolls or someone who was deep throating a dick. That would explain the like sunny today. You know what I'm saying? Gawk. Gracio. Dude, wild. Cool, though. I wish it was spoken because it's a very cool language. It just doesn't feel like anybody really gives a fuck about it anymore, which is kind of sad. He went full Murloc. Americans will be like, I'll name my daughter. I pronounce it rifle. Did I ever? I mean, one time, I need to pee really bad. We're going to take a break really quick. But one time, long, long ago, I still have a bunch of links, by the way. Don't worry. I didn't lose them. I went to a Lululemon with my little sister. We'd never been in one before, and we kind of wanted to like see what the fucking the fuss was about because they're so expensive. So I went to the changing room to try on some leggings, and they're one of those places where like a shop person like stalks you the whole time you're in there and tries to suggest clothes the whole time, and then they stand outside your dressing room and write your name on the door, and they're like, "Katie, how's it going in there?" And you're like naked in the worst lighting of your life, crying because you found a spot. It's a terrible situation. But when you go in, they're like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Katie." And he goes, "Is that with a C or a K?" And I was like, "A K?" And I go in the dressing room. When I open the door to come out, by the way, none of it's worth it. That shit is so overpriced. The way he wrote my name, I said a K. I know I did. I actually ended up taking a picture of it and tweeting it at Lululemon, and they responded, which was fucking hilarious. This was so long ago, though. Years. But he spelt it like CAIGHTEY or something like that. I remember it was CAIGH. I remember that much. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, okay, it's cool if you like ask me C or K and then just completely blacked out. But you invented this. I mean, there's Katie, there's Katie, and then like, yeah, Ryan, literally. And he laughed hysterically. We both laughed. The dressing room guy was so nice. Like, I looked at the door and he saw me taking a picture of it, and he kind of like looked at it and then went, "Oh my God. I don't know why I did that." And we had a really good laugh about it. He was a good sport. He was hilarious. I didn't like mean tweet out anything. I was just like, this is so funny. Because like, what? You invented that. I don't know where the fuck that came from. Katie is pretty fucking common, right? I think it's like a biblical. No, Catherine's biblical. I don't know where Katie comes from. Greek, I think. It's old. St. Mary's Church in the Hollow of the White, Hazel near to the rapid whirlpool of St. Stilio of the Red Cave. Gog. The original name Gawk. Apparently started as the pool of the white hazels. So this is what her Yeet wrote. Literally, this is what it means now. So that word, the gawk, means St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the white hazel, near to the rapid whirlpool of St. Cilio of the Red Cave. That's like a racehorse name. Damn. It sounds like someone was like, hey, what do you want to name this fucking town? And that person was deaf and was like, oh, this is how you get there. You take a fucking right at the church. Yeah, there's going to be a Cilio whirlpool or some you know what I'm saying? And then they just like named it the directions. Which I'm down for. It's kind of hilarious. Ooh, fuck yes, frame. I gotta pee really quick, but I got it. I thought it said girth. I'm just gonna move them all over. We have Eden. Eden, I believe, is next. And then I have a lot of links. You guys gave me a lot of music. We have a lot of music. Doesn't matter? No, because music is everything. But I gotta pee so bad. I drank so much coffee this morning. I was so tired. We have Start End by Eden. And then, oh, there's poor Donna's cousin's face that looks so sad. What is that? Eden drugs. Drugs? You know, this song is just great. Welcome back, everybody. I had to pee so fucking bad. I hope you washed your hands. Don't be gross. Frame, how could you forget about that screen? It's been haunting my chat for weeks now. A week? Almost 2 weeks? I don't even remember when it was made anymore, but I swear to God, every single day someone is like, oh, that nightmare, and I just am living for it. Is it sick how much I kind of like making people uncomfortable with it? I'm currently working for Special Olympics, which is a wholesome organization, but I'm also watching this while I work. I mean, you can't be 100% wholesome, right? Like, nobody can. Anybody who pretends to be 100% wholesome is lying, and they're evil. You gotta have a little bit of the taint, right? Just a little taint. Katie, why? I don't know. Weed. I don't know where they're getting their weed. Is it laced with something? Is it legal in that state? You know what I mean? It just sucks. And it's all to do with the illegality of it and the lack of research and lack of knowledge and shit like that. It sucks. It really does. I hate it. I smoke weed all the time. And like, it's one of the things that bugs me the most as a medical professional is that I think it doesn't take a medical degree of any kind to straight up say breathing anything but fucking pure, fresh 21% oxygen air is probably not the best idea, but we can make it as safe as possible. That's kind of where I come from with it. The problem with the shame thing and passing judgment on a patient is that's when you're going to get a patient that's not honest with you. And if I give you a medication that interacts with something you're personally doing at home that you're not telling me about and it kills you, that's on my ass. And that's why I just don't understand why anyone would have the mentality to be judgmental. Like, I want to know everything you're taking so I don't kill you. That's it. I don't give a fuck if there's a crack pipe in your pocket. I mean, I do. Like, let's get it out because it's probably going to break when I put you in bed. But, like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to kill you. Like, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, doctors bathing in opioid money. I'm 100% on board with niche, but crucial professions, having some quirky, crazy people working those professions, it's so scary. Actually, Neuro was just saying, he was in chat the other day, and he was saying they finally got rid of a nurse that was, I think she believed in the 5G stuff. Got rid of, like, finally, like, fired her because she kept spreading that nonsense to her patients. There's crazies everywhere. Like, every single profession in the world is going to have some weirdos in it. No matter what you're doing, no matter where the fuck you're working, there's going to be some questionable folks who just, like, we've all been to the same, arguably the same education. We've all been to the same medical school and everything because it's national. It's like, regardless, not okay, but you have every right to look them in the eye and say, I'm a human being paying for a service, and I do not appreciate the way you're treating me. Or, how dare you suggest I murder my unborn child? I'm pro-choice, by the way. But what the fuck? That was a beautiful song. What the fuck? Yeah. Did you know that listening to intrusive thoughts and acting on them is technically an option? And that's the thing. I think the younger generation is better. We're humans, and we can all admit we can't do anything about our brains judging people on the inside. Like, we are constantly, it's a survival instinct to judge those around us, whether or not they're safe. That's literally what your brain is doing. Unfortunately, it's breaking them down the way they look and stuff because society has broken our heads. But as grown adults in a professional industry, we have the ability to not express those judgments and to just do our fucking job, i.e., help our patient, right? And I think maybe the younger generation is more in tune with that because we're all very like mental health aware, and a lot of us are in therapy because we don't think anything's wrong with it. I went into therapy because a professor in college told me I should go. Like, I think there's something about that. Whereas, like, bless my mom's generation, it's not all of them, but for some reason, they're all like, I don't need therapy. I'm fine. I've never needed it before. I'm doing great. And you're just like, oh, but you're not. Should we tell them? Do they not know? You know, my dad used to throw tampons at our faces. Not used ones. That'd be weird. Good morning, Jade. How are you, love? Now I can cheers. Cheers, y'all. Here, wasn't it? I don't know. This is what I mean. Time means nothing anymore to me. My brain is so broken. Oh, fuck. Red Rocks is incredible. Red Rocks seriously is one of the most beautiful venues I've ever seen in my life. It's fucking phenomenal. And it's such a people-friendly, like, venue. There's tons of space to walk around and get up and move and stuff like that. It's not, like, jam-packed. My only bitch about it is that you kind of go through an existential cardio workout just to get up there. Because the parking lots are at the bottom of the mountain. And if you don't have, like, a handicap, like, permit or something to take the official elevators that the artists take through the mountain, then you have to climb these insane stairs that are just built into the Red Rocks all the way up. And I mean, I run every day and it makes me huff because it's the elevation on top of it. Like, you're definitely going up higher than Denver is generally, but the elevation, lack of oxygen, and then you're just like, like slow hiking. I don't even know how long it is. It's a lot. I just sweat. Like, you will sweat, wear good shoes. But that sucks. That's my only bitch, is that every time I go to Red Rocks, I have to, like, mentally prepare myself for that goddamn climb. It's exhausting. It's almost a little, so if you know, like, how people in cities are like, we're gonna go for a hike, and they, like, walk a trail on a nearby hill, it's harder than that. It feels like an actual workout. It's crazy hard. But, I mean, everybody does it. It's just, like, I think it's because the stairs are really steep, like, they're literally chiseled into the rock to get up to the amphitheater, but you're just doing, like, this slow trudge with a line of people climbing up those stairs, so you can't really get a good rhythm and just, like, get the fuck up 'em, I guess. I think that's why it's so exhausting. It's every time I get to the top, I'm usually like, and then once you get to the top and put your tickets in, then you have another, I mean, depending on where your amphitheater seats are, you have another, like, existential climb of stone steps up into the amphitheater. It's, yeah. It's exhausting. You're really excited to sit down when you get up there. Marijuana is a memory loss drug, only short term. It's a beautiful venue. You should definitely go. Also, if you've never been to the Gorge at George in Washington State, it does not matter what band you see there. That venue is enough. Oh my fucking God. The literal gorge behind the stage during a sunset is enough to set your nipples on fire. I saw Ozzy and Andrew WK there, and literally Andrew WK opened for Ozzy, and the way he opened was he got up there, plugged his iPod in, and played a mix. It was hilarious, like, of anybody else's music. It was just his personal iPod playlist. And then Ozzy came on stage, like, literally like, and the moment the music came on, he was alive and did cartwheels. It was like watching a zombie. It was fucking amazing. But the whole time I was watching this sunset over the gorge, just like drooling down my pussy. It was so pretty. It was really fucking pretty. That's probably my favorite venue I've ever been at. And I had grass seats. Like, I was up in the nosebleeds. just like bring water and wear good shoes. Like watching there are some people who are unaware what Red Rocks are. I don't want to say just girls because there's probably other uncomfortable shoes, but as a girl myself, some people are like, I'm gonna wear cute concert clothes, and they try to make that hike in heels, and those heels never make it to the top. Ever. 7 years since the last concert I went to. No shit. We moved to the middle of nowhere, and the closest. Well, that was me when I lived near Spokane. We had to drive to Seattle to see anything. That's like when we went to Whiteface Mountain. There was like, they were like, it's a short three quarters of a mile hike up to the peak. They didn't mention it was literally boulders and shit you're climbing up. Okay, that's not even a trail. It was at the point I realized how out of shape I was, and that's the thing. Like I consider myself relatively in shape. But that elevation makes all the difference. It's wild. Elevation can fuck you. Like, just this past weekend when I took Rod up to the mountains, we went from Denver, which is 5,000 feet-ish, and we went to a 12. And we were just walking around some hilly landscape at the peak, and I was getting out of breath. I was, like, huffing. I felt... what the fuck? Out of breath, chasing my dogs and shit. It's weird. Elevation makes a huge difference, and Red Rocks is higher. It's kind of a little mountain. Very true. CD Moose, I've seen a few people get married up there. Not even just elopements. Like some people, they'll have like little wedding parties and stuff like that. But they have little weddings up there. There's like a little near the amphitheater. There's a trail, I guess, that you can go out, and there's like an outlook, whatever, with some more seating or something like that. People go up there and get married all the time. Yeah. Drilling down my pussy is a phase I haven't heard before. I mean, it's when you just drool so much it makes it that far. You know what I'm saying? Slipknot in Cypress Hill. Shut the fuck up. That'd be amazing. This guy's voice is great. It's still pretty fucked Viata. I've been just doing lots of stretches. It feels better every time I stretch it. So I think I must have slept, probably like all fucking weird. And it's that same muscle. It's that one that like rolls over my shoulder blade and just makes this shoulder like tight. It's just tight. But it's as long as I don't like flop my head backwards, I'm okay. But if I try to put my neck back, oh my god, I just yelp. It's terrible. I'm like a chihuahua. So I think someone else suggested this one. I can't believe I've never heard of this band. I'm saving them. Yeah, I dig this a lot. Legal State 2? Fuck yeah, that arena was just smoke. That was kind of the South Park concert. When I went and saw the South Park concert, it was like, what, the 20th or 25th anniversary or whatever of South Park. And because they're based in Colorado, they did a big thing up at Red Rocks. And Rush was there, and Ween, and Les Claypool. Obviously did lots of different songs and shit, like Primus, as well as the main song for South Park and all that. And because we're Colorado's a very, very legal state, there was just a cloud over the audience the whole time, and you would see like little poofs go up here and there. 3 hours of sleep? Boo. Oh god, 8 a.m. colonoscopy appointment at the hospital. What, that means you have to be there by like 7, right? Because that's a procedure. You have to fill out paperwork and shit. Oh god, no thank you. Yeah, no thanks. I used to feel so bad because I was night shift. So when I was like cleaning up my paperwork and printing out shit for the next shift, I'd see you guys coming in, like the first procedures of the day, and they're all just like zombies. And I want to be like, good morning, I get to go home. But they look so unhappy. I get it. No one wants that. At least you get it over with, though. It's better than being anxious about it all day. I have not been to Casa Bonita. I don't know if it's open or has it done its official mass reopening or official reopen or whatever. They were renovating it or something. Oh god, are you shaking? Dude, I've always wanted to see Primus. Just getting to see Les Claypool was fucking incredible. That was Les Claypool and Rush and Ween all in the same show was quite literally a very strange bucket list for me. Those are just all bands that I've always wanted to see. And in the same year, that last year, Sarah and I went. This wasn't in Colorado, but we went and saw. Um, you can do it, Katie. Music for Rhinos at Hyde Park. Oh, come on, brain. Just put the electrodes. Do it. Brains are so stupid. We saw an awesome band. Brains. Brains. That was gorgeous. Hold up. I'm going to save it to the list. The list. The tits. I saw them on the Family Values tour, dude. I don't know. The only tours I ever got to go see, I saw I think it was Warped Tour once. I think. I could be wrong. There was Warped Tour, and then there was another, tour that played, Blink-182 type music. But Nine Inch Nails and Queens of the Stone Age went to both of them one year, and so I went to them literally just for those shows because I love them, and I had to. I went to, the Metal Fest. What is it? Mayhem Fest? I followed Mayhem Fest for years. That's actually where Mayhem Fest was how I found new music. Because at that time, YouTube and the internet wasn't super taking off yet, and it was so goddamn hard to just find new decent music without paying for a concert, and going to a festival was such a good way of just getting over inundated with a ton of music. Without a colonoscopy for over a year because some idiot put me in as a C. diff risk, which means you can only have last appointment of the day due to the crazy, the crazy cleanup they got to do after someone was C. diff. I was not a C. diff risk, but it took forever to get that cleared up. That's fucked up. It shouldn't take forever. It should take literally a test, right? Like a swab. I don't think I have any concerts. Our year has been, because this is the first year since COVID isn't really over, but most of the restrictions are lifted, and Zach and I are vaxxed and boosted, and we've got our routine down with our masks, and we have hand sanitizer everywhere, and we just have neither of us have ever come up positive, knock on wood. And so we feel safe actually going to the cons and stuff this year. So this year I don't think we planned any concerts or anything because we went to some comedy shows. We saw Tom Segura. That was amazing. But yeah, it's been mainly focusing on Burning Man and TwitchCon. Those have been stressful, but I'm excited, but stressful. Not a festival guy either. I'm a tiny club with no barricade on the stage. I love that. Honestly, if you ever get to go to Mayhem Fest, if you like metal, you might enjoy it. It's not like a festival. It's the way that festival is defined now, as in what's that other one in California that rich people go to? Coachella. It ain't that. Mayhem Fest is, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's 3 little stages that are rotating metal bands in and out all day, literally from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. And then there's one massive, big amphitheater stage, and that's where the 3 to 4 headliners, good morning, have a good stream, enjoy your coffee. That's where the 3 main headliners start at 8 p.m. or something like that. So you pay $35 for this ticket, and it's all fucking day, and it's just hundreds, if not thousands of, spit out of Hot Topic metalheads with gigantic boots and chains and shit walking around, smoking cigarettes or smoking vapes or whatever, and eating food and wandering between the stages. But for $35, one year I saw 3 Inches of Blood, Cannibal Corpse, Marilyn Manson, Korn, Rob Zombie, Lamb of God. And I can't even remember. I mean, there were so many. I physically cannot remember them all. And I saw them all in just one day. That's the kind of thing you get out of a festival, which is fucking sick. I don't know where else the fuck you're going to get that. It's the world's best playlist in a day. And the people, I mean, I don't know about your guys' experience with metal concerts, but every time I've gone to metal is my main jam. And every single metal concert I've ever been to, metal fans are the most polite, kind people I've ever met in my life. I've very often been accidentally slammed into a mosh pit or fallen into a mosh pit, and within seconds, someone will have lifted me out and put me down on my feet and been like, "Are you okay?" And they've got blood and their ears missing, and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Cool," because moshers don't want to mosh with you if you don't want to mosh. There's an idiot in there swinging fists in a circle. I can't remember what that's called, but those idiots, they escort that bitch out fast as fuck. And that's kind of how, like, I've never been to like a Coachella festival or something like that. I have no idea what the atmosphere is there. But the metal atmosphere, it's, have you ever been to a metal concert with the no guardrail? So if you're not in the front, like, chunk where people are probably moshing and fighting a little bit, the back, what it looks like? Here. Allow me to, allow me to, allow me to. My brain died. It's fine. My neck, I think, is killing my head. I'm just going to go with that. Hi, Rod. How are you, love? The dog tried to say I didn't do it. Oh, fuck off. It's literally signed off by them. You cannot claim you didn't do something. Because you have to, like, when you log into a computer, everything you do is under your name. Seriously. I don't know what to do about that. Oh, it's stupid. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure the music's not too loud. I just had to pick a song because I was just, I'm gonna do it's an impression. That's the word I was looking for. This is my impression of metalheads if you're not in like the first chunk of people directly against the stage. That's it. Hundreds of people dressed in black doing that. Or it's the most calm experience you'll ever experience in your life. It's fucking amazing. I mean, there's no dancing to metal, really, realistically. So if you're not singing and you're not moshing, they just like hands in pockets, like it's crazy. I'm like screaming lyrics while I listen to music. I get very, very into it, especially if it's like Slipknot or something. So if I might not be dancing, but I'm like jumping and just like destroying my vocal cords, I don't think I could stand still. That being said, I did fall asleep at a 3 Inches of Blood concert standing upright one time. Music kind of lulls me into a strange sense of security. I don't know what the fuck it is. Yeah, or they're holding this, just being like, yeah, it's great. I love it. I love metal concerts, but they're very interesting. My Crohn's GI hauled off on that idiot because I was refused. I mean, I would too. Like, fuck that shit. They're not right. They're wrong. Yep, and there's one guy with a baseball cap twisting his, what is it? Take your shirt off, spin it around your hand, spin it like a helicopter. Oh, God. I mean, they sold out so fast. I looked for him too. Yeah, Electric Callboy's probably going to be a phenomenal show. I would imagine. They're so ridiculous. That or it'd be like a super big letdown. I don't know, one of the two. That guy with the swingy t-shirt usually gets taken out at concerts I've been to because no one's into someone being an asshole. They sold out. How fast did they sell out? Pretty fucking fast, I believe. I would believe it. I think enjoy music however you want to enjoy music, honestly. I don't want to judge anybody's way. Like, if you enjoy music doing this, hey, you bought a ticket, you're there, and you're supporting my band, do what you want to do. But, like, don't look at me crazy if I'm like, you know. Yes. Oh, thank you, Viata. I was just going to do that. They sold out months ago and the concert's live. And oh, fuck yeah. I bet it's going to be amazing. I hope no one throws a DVT, though. That'd be scary. Rat? Like rats. No, no, no. Too much things playing at once. Oh my god. Everything autoplayed at the same time. I'm living in a hellscape. Stop. No. Why? Okay, no, it's just one thing. That scared the poop out of me. My permit buttons, but please excuse me. I got very excited. Mine is also back. That bong is fucking precious, Gloom. Oh my god. Is it? Shut up. Okay, so like the world knows you're Snow White, right? It's not just us, because this is too. Like, Gloom is literally going to be sitting in their yard with this bong, smoking, with squirrels living in their buns, and like badgers sniffing. That is so cute, but seriously, like, Gloom is real life Snow White. Like, animals just land on them and love them, and it's fucking precious. How do you? It does the only thing I don't like about it is you can't see if how dirty it is or how clean you get it. You know what I mean? Let me see. Hold on, Najil. I think I got all the links, but let me see. Oh, rolling over in bed and looking Zach passionately in the eyes and saying, "Do I annoy you?" And he goes, "No, babe." And then I hump his leg until I go to sleep. That was way too real. I'm saving that and sending that to him. Bless you. It's when they download like that, they just don't pop up in another, like I do when I open your guys' links, I just click my wheel and it opens them in a new link. But if it's a download, it doesn't open a new tab, and then I don't realize I did it, and then it's just sitting in my downloads. That's why it went away. Just in case you're wondering. I just have a lot of energy, but I'm also like super self-conscious and scared of human beings. So it takes like a dark room and someone I'm comfortable with for like my me to come out, and when it does, it's just a little weird. I can't explain it. You guys probably see it a lot. You got a lot of shit. Penelope, I don't hate it, but now that you made me think of Juno and that whole era of music, I kind of like it less. God damn you. Who's daddy? Aw. Hi, Molly. How are you, love? You can be my daddy. Yes. Crispy. Yeah. It's that, like, just talking over music kind of voice. Like, they're not really singing. They're just kind of going at a higher octave and talking. Lena Marie, good morning. How are you, love? Doing good? Yes. I'm doing all right. My neck is killing me, but I'm good other than that. Yeah, Crispy, that's why that genre of music that was the Juno soundtrack, there's some of it that I like and I still listen to this day, but the majority of it sounds like someone just talking on top of weird electronic music, and I'm just not into it. Doesn't mean it's bad music, though. Personal, just personal. But that wasn't bad. Like, so I think the message that they were trying to get across, get me wrong, was similar to this, but like more complicated. Drink their blood. Come on, Jeff. Get 'em. Yeah? It's like, fuck the man. Pave the way, put your back into it. Show us why, show us how. Look at where you come from, look at you now. Zuckerberg and Gates and Buffett, absoluters can fucking suck it. Fuck their wives, drink their blood. Come on, Jeff, get 'em. Right? No. That's not the right one. Hold on. CEO entrepreneur. I was just like, that's that song, like a lot of lyrics were like, look at all these cool things you made and you're destroying the world with it. And I feel like Bezos just like really nails it on the head. Ooh, Jack, hold on, let me grab it. I almost missed it. Oh god, Ryan, I almost missed yours too. Oh my god, I'm missing links. Hold on, let me grab these. Fuck it. Najee, and I got Lizzie. Okay, I think I got him. Oh my god, I almost missed him. See a hole, fill a hole. What the fuck? Oh. This song's actually a fucking banger. In it, even though it's about fucking Jeff Bezos. Yes, Queen. That's exactly what I was getting out of it. Yep. People who are like Musk, even though he's like a waste of air. That's literally. I'm glad I got the right thing because the lyrics were a lot. Like it was complicated. I was listening. I was like, "There's got it." Oh, daddy, who's daddy? But I get it because they kind of do look at him like a daddy. Ellie, how are you, my love? Good morning, Mr. Fox. How are you doing? I wake up in the morning at 9:45. Yeah, that was it. Bo Burnham's in my head all the time. I'm broken. This is, hold on. This is great. What the fuck is this? See a hole, fill a hole. If you see a hole, fill a hole. No. Sarah, see a hole, fill a hole. Ooh, Fox, fuck yeah. That's just wonderful. Dude, Trouble Hard, same. And to be honest, I think we all know this at this point. He had nothing to do with any of that. Hold on. Drums often. To be fair. To be fair. Oh, I know, Lena, you'd probably want to kill him. I'm sure his parents soundproofed his shit at a certain point, because that would be so fucking annoying. To be fair. To be fair. I wish I had another person here to harmonize with when we said those things, because it just does not hit the same when it's only one person. Oh, okay, hold on. I had a lot more videos. Sleep Token. I fucking love Sleep Token. Hold on. The King, Immortal Technique music video for Rich Man's World. Oh god. Oh, God. I know. Vissy, it'll happen again. I think about it a lot. It'll happen. Saw one of those Skeletor memes. The blood you donated is someone else's boner or something to that effect. Cool. What the fuck? Presenting butt because for some reason man bodies aren't offensive. We all saw that. Yep. That male presenting ass. I saw it. Cheers. What'd you order, David? Ooh, Viata. Is it dry or sticky? That usually dictates how I'm going to smoke weed at the beginning. If it's really moist and sticky, I would do joint because it means it's going to burn nice and slow. You know, because a fast burner, you're just knocking off good weed. Sticky means it's going to burn nice and slow. If it's dry, I'd probably do bong or bowl or something like that. No shit. I saw nothing at all. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's my story, and I'm... Yeah, I very much like this band. Najeel, how does it feel being... I mean, like, seriously, how long has it been, and do you even remember high feeling anymore? Because I want, like, I'm trying to think, the last time I went on vacation was when I always take tea break if I travel or something like that, and I feel like after about a week, I kind of forget what high is. Yeah, they're great. The only like, not a problem with their band, but I find if I find a band that I really like this, and I put them into Spotify or something, and I'm like, give me a playlist or give me a radio station like this, they always put that fake, it's like a, what is it? Oh, God. Is it like a wannabe Led Zeppelin band or something? Greta Van Fleet. I don't like them. And they're on all of them. And I haven't found a place on Spotify where I can be like, please stop putting this fucking artist on anything I want to listen to. And they're everywhere. And I'm just like, I just want to listen to Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. Like, please stop giving me this current wannabe band. Stop it. I mean, Viata, honestly, like, the few instances you've told me about, you deserve it all. Being spat on should mean free weed forever. You're in the front row against the stage? Shut the fuck up. Hold on. You know what's cool? I have a kind of similar... I'm not in a video or anything like that. But 3 Inches of Blood, one of my favorite metal bands, they actually... Linkin Park Bluesgrass? Bluesgrass? Katie can speak. I went to the very, very last 3 Inches of Blood concert because the band broke up, unfortunately, many, many years ago. But they took a picture of the audience. And if you Google it, you can see me in the very, very back because I'm tall and I let people go in front of me because I'm not a douchebag. Well, I try not to be a douchebag. Hold on. So I think I have a shit ton of links up at this exact moment. Like literally at least an hour's worth of music and links in case anyone's posting new stuff. Just letting you know. That's the queue. It's long as fuck. I didn't realize, but holy shit, we got a lot. And oh my god, there's more. So if you literally just gave me somewhere within the last 5 minutes, I don't know when the fuck we'll hear it because I'm gonna clean up a little bit, but I think I got like a million. However, first and foremost, we have the equivalent to Clone Willy. Greta Van Fleet. Have you ever heard them, Queen? Me too! They give you no way to dislike a song or make it go away, and it drives me nuts. 3 Inches of Blood is really, really cool. I think they were a Canadian band. I went and saw them in Vancouver. And I was heartbroken when they broke up. The last concert was so good. I don't think it was ill blood or anything. I think they were just moving on. Yeah, Greta Van Fleet. Yeah, they literally stole the sound, the riffs, the everything from, like, the Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin era and just created something that and I just don't wanna hear it, like, just give me Led Zeppelin, I'm good. In the MSI DVD are paying your gain, I'm, like, in every single video, that's fucking weirdly cool, though. I don't think I'm in any of that stuff because I always stand in the back because I'm highly aware of how tall I am and I hate being in people's way. It feels so bad. It's been about 3 weeks and yeah, not really. I broke down last night and smoked some wax I had left over. I'm only out at this point because my order has not been fulfilled yet. Dude, it's gonna feel so good when you get it, and you're gonna get so fucking high, it's gonna last forever. We get free product all the time. My latest goodie bag had 3 grams of Baller Bucket of dabs in it. Dude, fuck yes. I mean, I remember when I was in college and Washington legalized weed, one of my friends started working at a dispo, and it was like required that she had to sample all the product and know what it felt like before she could sell it. So they would send her home with bags of weed. They were a Zepp cover band at first. There you go. That makes sense. They're not a bad band. They just sound exactly like Zepp. So, like, I'm cool. I'll just listen to Zepp. Like, I'm fine. As a short 4'11" person, I respect you and thank you. Molly, I'm the person that escorts you bitches up to the front. I do that on purpose. Like, I'm not trying to white knight anybody, but if I see, like, a cluster of 5-footers behind me and I'm, like, borderline on the wall because I'm 6 feet tall, I can see, I will, like, it might be condescending, but it's a fucking concert and it's loud. I'll literally crouch down and be like, do you want to get up closer? And I'll grab one's hand, they'll grab each other's hands, and I'll do the plow through, and then I'll move back again. Because you paid for a ticket, you shouldn't have to stand behind the completely oblivious fuckhead that's totally unaware that he is literally the concert for half the people behind him. That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't think that's right. And I'm not, I'm just, I don't know. No one even taught, I don't know. I feel like I just developed that. No one taught me that that was like etiquette or anything like that. I just think that's kind of a nice thing to do. Everyone should be able to see the fucking concert. We all paid the same. Like, especially if it's general admission, fuck off, dude. No way.
Hail Satan to that, motherfuckers.
It's just stupid. And put yourself in a short person's shoes. Like, you're 5 foot and some 6'8" dude is in the second row standing like this. What do? Tap the back of their knee and hope for the fuck? That's ridiculous. It's just, I don't know. People, and no judgment. I truly think some people maybe just were not taught or don't have the innate ability to be self-aware. And I'm very, very self-aware of my size. Like, I never try to get in someone's way ever. I know how fucking tall I am, and all my siblings are shorter than me. So I was well informed growing up. I think some people just they don't even think about it. They're just like, I want to see up close. And then they get up close and don't realize that now there's a cone of human beings behind that person who can't see any of the concert at all. Cheers. That's not okay, Vissy. If I was stronger, I'd put you on my shoulders. Trouble, right? Isn't that just being a basic, nice human being? Maybe I've been going to concerts for my whole life. Like, my mom took me to my first concert when I was seriously like an itty bitty baby before my sister was born. I've been going to my whole life, so maybe it's just like a general self-awareness. Like, you look behind you and notice there's a group of people who are doing this around you. Like, I can still see behind them. I'm literally nipples up taller than them. It's no sweat off my fucking balls. I try not to be in the way and I'm tiny. And Vissy, that's the thing. Like, I am by far and wide not the tallest person at most metal concerts. There's usually some monstrous dudes, like, and I watch them, just no self-awareness or something. I don't know what it is. It just seems just... My job on the barricade is to put someone small in front of me, stiff arm the rail, and stop the push from crushing them so they can have fun. Fuck yes. We're like a team. We're like an unknown team frame, no shit. If we've ever been at the same concert, we probably helped the same human beings. Me and the BF will soon have a 6'7" housemate, and we are both 6'3". We unintentionally block sunlight for entire families sometimes. I get it. Like, Zach and I have gone places and we look at each other in the like social group we're standing somewhere, and we straight up look like the parents of like the Parent Trap. It's humorous. And we're not like 6'5" or anything. He's 6'2", I'm 6 foot. But we're definitely above average, and we make everyone around us kind of look like our babies or some shit. It's weird. No, shut the fuck up. In Baby Metal news, Cammy Band is partnering with Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine for Momo Metal's debut. Oh my god. Fox, I agree. I wish bouncers were given the ability to not just like, I mean, you can be nice about it, like tap someone. I have a callus. Ow. Tap someone on the shoulder and be like, "Hey man, you're blocking like 100 people behind you. Want to move back?" And if they get fucking argumentative about it, because when it's general admission, you didn't pay for that ticket. Everybody paid general admission to see the goddamn concert, and you're kind of being a douche. I had tall people push to get in front of me. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I know what I would do as me. I would accidentally elbow them into this part, that little shield in front of their thyroid. But as a tiny, I just don't know what the fuck. You're just pushed around and treated like a literal, like an infant, basically. Ooh, Genova. I love long playlists like that. I listen to them when I'm out doing gardening and stuff like that. And that's most of the time, I would say over 90% of metal fans I know and tall people I know are like me and like us in that we are self-aware. We're not like standing there having a great time for an hour before we realize that we've blocked an entire person. It's like that person driving an RV up a mountain pass who refuses to pull off at any fucking pull off ever, and 17 cars are stacked behind them who are on a Sunday fucking drive or they're commuting to and from work who just want to go. I don't ever want to be that RV. Because fuck that. It's so selfish. It's so not self-aware. It's so fuck. All we have, literally, that is the most finite thing we have is our fucking time. And fuck me in my ears with spikes if I waste someone's on purpose. Fuck that. Fruit fly. I'm gonna kill it one day. No shit, you're gonna see Baby Mel in Atlanta. Oh my god, please take a picture or two, but don't live on your phone. Obviously, they'll probably have phones in magnetic bags. Have an amazing time and report. I bet it's fucking amazing. For some reason, in small concerts, there's always that one tall guy that stands smack dab in the middle of the front with long brown hair so much so I keep wondering if it's the same guy. Yes, that is the person I'm talking about, who is just completely, and they always do this. And they just don't, you know? Or it's that person who has a grass seating ticket and everybody's sitting on their blankets, but like they insist that they should stand right now. Like that's the moment. What's happening? What's happening to the world? I just wanted to take a break real quick. We've been streaming for like almost 3 hours and I gotta pee again. I'm peeing like a fucking lot. It's all the water, man. It's so dry here. It's hot. I know, Vissy. It's just something interesting about empathy. Some people literally don't learn it until they have a child. So some of them think everyone else without children is the same. They don't learn empathy. Oh my god, Mr. Fox, I used to do that to people all the time when I was in college. I was kind of a douche. Yes, frame 100% massive anxiety if I feel like I'm holding someone up. And if there's anything I can do about it. Like if there's nothing I can do about the fact that I'm holding them up, the anxiety's there, but like I'm like trying to remove the thing that's making us like, you know, if I'm not the RV, but I'm a person in the line and there's cars behind me, there's nothing I can do about the RV up there. What am I going to do? But if there's something I can fucking do about it, yeah, I just can't. I feel so much better knowing that people don't go home talking about that fucking tall blueberry that ruined their show. I don't want that. Seeing them with Cocky and her best friend from college and his wife very excited. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I can't sit on the ground. My legs fall asleep. I can't do it for very long. Have I met Republicans? Not recently, but I don't go out very often. I thought that empathy was an inherited trait. I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know about empathy, to be honest. I don't know if it's something that's like nurture, nature, or when you learn it. But man, I believe it that some people just don't have it. But I don't know if it's because they just innately don't have it or they weren't taught it or whatever. I mean, obviously, I think you're taught when you're like a baby, so it's not like something I would remember. But I feel like I've been a fairly empathetic person most of my life. My conscious life, anyways. But I have no idea. Empathy's, I mean, baby brains in general, but brains are fucking fascinating in a scary way. She's put more into this Warframe cosplay than any in recent memory. Is she gonna take pictures before she goes, or does she usually take pictures at the event mostly? I can't wait to see the full thing. I'm very excited. It is happening! We can burn things if we need to. Good vibes and all that. Okay, let's take a break. I gotta pee. I know I say that a million times. I'm the worst. But if I don't, y'all are gonna start fucking getting ads, and then I feel even worse. Again, inconveniencing someone. Anxiety. Seriously? Okay, we'll play it. I was gonna say, I'm gonna turn, this is one that doesn't have a video, so that'll be perfect. The Irish goodbye. That's my life, though. Hydrate before you die straight. I just finished mine off, so I have to go get some more water. Every couple of hours, we take a break. I highly suggest you stand up, stretch your legs, get some water. I wouldn't suggest getting a snack, because what we're gonna watch when we come back, apparently is on par with, Clone-A-Willy. Which wasn't something you would want to eat during. This is London Grammar. London Grammar. She's a tall. She actually used to be on a basketball team. Hold on. Yeah, London Grammar. This song's called Strong, and the last one called Lord It's a Feeling, and that's a mix. She's amazing. She's got such a fucking gorgeous voice. Holy shit. Listening to her a cappella will blow your dick off. Hold on. Now I have to show you a video. This is importante. Dude, right? Oh, they're so fucking amazing. This is one of my favorite songs of hers. Just like fucking yeah. Stop. Pause. Okay. I'm just gonna play this until people get in. I'm gonna give people how long this is, like 3 minutes. How many minutes are you? Yeah, it's like 3:28. This is how long people get until we watch the what's the title of the nightmare? Sun lotion? Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe this will soothe us. Oh, I know this voice. Sheepy. Oh, sweet new Dalek track dropped. That's fucking great. No, that's, yeah. Precisely. This sounds like something you'd play to break someone down psychologically. Is there something about me that I didn't hate it? You can't break the broken. This is dank. I like this. Streamer has the same person as his Steam friends. So they made mention of the furry hentai gamer flavor. They outed him? I mean, it's one thing to see it on your own time, but to out people? That's a little. Stick to your own shit. My shoulder needs to fuck off by now. Oh, okay, not like that. Okay. Noise, dude. Yeah, I didn't hate it. Like, if you added baby bunny screams or something, I might not dig it. I didn't despise it. I could see myself just, like, chilling to that while I was painting or something and not even noticing as almost like a white noise kinda thing, like a pleasant hum. I don't know. I didn't hate it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it just takes this type. Yeah, Quill, exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, it's that hum. And Glut, there are some frequencies that do that to me. Anytime any music or anything I play on stream, if there's like a weird frequency that is bothering you, I don't know how else to put it, please let me know because we have tons of music to listen to, and I'm sure no one would ever be offended by any of that. You know, like some people, like I think it was someone was saying they hate Duality by Slipknot. I got it off the playlist, man. There's so much other Slipknot music I can listen to in the world. Fuck that shit. We got tons of music. This is Newport state of mind instead of New York. Tendons and everything that are also frozen in position because you're never doing anything but like this or whatever the fuck we do. We're all forward facing creatures. That's just how we're built. By doing these nerve glide exercises, there's another one where which finger is it? Is it your pointer finger? And you put it in front of yourself like this. And as you bring it up, you slowly turn it. And basically the way that Vissy taught me is this was the one that really helps me is jack your hand at like the angle, the strongest angle it can, and stick your arm out as straight as possible down at your side, and then just slowly lift it. And the moment you start to feel the fuzzy burning in either your elbow or in your fingies, go back down, and then you just sit there and you do this. And eventually you'll be able to go a little bit higher, and then eventually, but essentially, the less you can go is the worse nerve glide you have, and the more likely you are to have horrible nerve issues, the way I deal with a lot, and Vissy, and many, many, many other people. Now, I really like this song, honestly. I was very much paying attention to his accent. I thought it was cool the way he rolled his R's and shit like that. Shush. Oh, for sciatica, same principle. How do you do it for sciatica? For your back? A nerve glide? Ooh. I mean, honestly, that nerve glide stuff, it's really helped. I don't have to wear a brace at night or anything. I take a magnesium gummy and I do this a lot. Just while I'm like waiting for the teapot at nighttime or something like that, I just sit here and like flap my arm like a bird. But I mean, I've been doing it since Vissy taught me this, what, like 6, 8 months ago, and I can only go this far and I still feel fuzzy. Nerve tingly. That's as far as I'm allowed. Unless I'm stretching and then ugh. But yeah, it takes a while. Why are you like this today? Trying to figure out what Lilith's hearing because she hasn't stopped barking for like an hour. What are you hearing? Ma'am, what's your damage? Cool. Oh, really? She had severe sciatic. The cousin from earlier had severe sciatic problems. Lots of things caused by her car. Car accidents are the worst, dude. They protect us from dying. Ooh, this is the sciatica one. Okay, I'm gonna save this. Fuck yeah. Stretching, I almost think is more valuable. I almost think, I don't know. That's why I say almost. Think is like more valuable than exercise. I don't know, man. I think I could live without exercise, but I don't know if I could function without stretching constantly. Like, I'm always doing yoga shit and stretching my body all the time. I think this is a video. This is Gomez Gets Mild Later with Jules Holland. I don't know. Reach for something oddly pain for days. Literally. Like, do yard work. You know, lift bricks and pound shit into the ground all day. Totally fine. Go to sleep and wake up with a pulled shoulder. And I'm just like, oh, did I sleep too hard? Body. My bad. You fuck. I want to save that. Oh, I have to go to the YouTube link. Hold on. I'm saving this really quick. I dig it, y'all. Oh, YouTube. Don't be a cock fucker. Making sure it's not too loud. Is it muted? Why are you muted? It's not muted. It's just so quiet. It's debate. We're debated. Gomez. Is that the name of the band? Okay, I'm gonna write it down. I just went to the YouTube and saved it into our playlist, but I dig that stuff. That's my, like, I feel like there's a generation who really like Dave Matthews. That's my jam music. If I had to pick, I'm not a huge Dave Matthews fan. I don't hate him like the most of the world. I don't understand the disposition towards him, but I prefer that stuff. The music feels more like whole. That doesn't make any sense, but I think I know you know what I mean. Solid? I don't know. Gomez. Bitch, I will fuck you up. This is beautiful. I even went to a Dave Matthews concert one time because I was like, okay, everybody talks about his massive jam outs and how they're amazing and everything. It was okay, but like, still kind of wanted to go home. But to each their own. Enjoy music. No one's opinion should matter when it comes to enjoying music. Sleeping has become risky, right? It's like, oh god, are my pillows the same way tonight? Fuck. Bodies are sabotagers. I'm convinced. We ended up with two half sheet cakes for her birthday because of bakery reasons. I put candles on 60 for one cake and 21st on the other. My mom's never made a big deal out of birthdays. I don't think she really cares anymore. Similar with my mom, Donna. My mom, like, one, maybe two drinks or two glasses of wine, and she's, like, glossy-eyed and quite smiley. It's, yeah, so she says some things. I hilariously found out about Gomez from an episode of House when he was tripping on acid. That's kind of fantastic. You know, anytime I ever play, oh god, what's the... oh, Katie. The love is a verb, love is a doing word. Fearless on my rape. What's the band? Help. Ugh. Every time I play that song, people are like, oh my god, from House. And I'm like, oh, it's so much older than House. Get the fuck out. But at least people know about it. What the fuck is the band name? I'm just blanking on it. It'll come to me. Hold on. That's gonna bother. I hate heads. Brains. They sabotage us. I swear to God. Hold on. Massive Attack. Donna, thank you so much. Jesus Christ. I didn't even get it, and I Googled the lyric. Thank you. Massive Attack. Every time I play music from them, people think about House first. And I'm like, I've never seen House before, but I love Massive Attack. And if it's spreading music, you get you, boo. But it's not always cholera or whatever. Jesus. I could see, you know the album cover with the beetle? I could see it in my head, and I still can't, like, fucking spit the name out. Maybe I'm dying. We have a pretty decent mattress, actually. We got a new mattress about 2 years ago. And it's not a purple mattress like the branded one, but it's one of those, it's like silicone or whatever, recycled silicone. And it's super fucking comfortable. I think, like, while I'm sleeping, I tend to, like, fetal myself up and I pull my head down, literally chin against my chest. It's bad. I don't know why I did it my whole life. I've kind of done that while I'm sleeping, and it's just the worst position in the world to sleep in. That's real bad for your everything. Mezzazine! Thank you, David. That's literally the album, and I could see Mezzazine. I don't know if you heard me. I kept saying Mez, and I was like, no, Katie, no. Because as soon as I say it out loud, I can't stop thinking that word, and I will never get to the name of the fucking band. Yep. Mezzazine on the CD you would bring to the deserted island list, 100%. Is it really loud? Ooh, thank you. It's really pretty. But I never hear what you hear, so think, did it not go down? Bitch, don't fight me. I'll fuck you. Thank y'all. I don't remember a birthday that I had fun, so I'm putting pressure on Wally to do something. For his birthday or yours? The opening house band names the band up front, or maybe just the captioning does it. Captioning, Katie? That's how I knew it was Massive Attack doing the music. Thank you. Yeah, it's the dun 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 thing. Hold on, I pulled it up. This. It's the quintessential opening shit. It's the house theme music. That actor's great. What's his name? Something Laurie? He's phenomenal. I'm not going to deny it. He's pretty funny. Sorry, I was clearing links out. I have so much shit up. I don't want them to crash. Laurie Reese Davies. Yes. He is a pretty fucking. I've always liked. I wouldn't say always, but I've liked a lot of things that he's been in. He's very entertaining. I would say he's got a great face. It did go down. Okay, I see. That's the thing. I watch OBS. I watch like the decimals bounce back and forth. And as I was taking the volume down, the decimals weren't moving with me. So I was like, hey, bitch, down, dog. I wouldn't know. I mean, Sheepy, you could lie to me all day, but it's not mean because I've already forgotten. Like, I could not say the first name you told me already. I remember Hugh Laurie. I'm not looking at chat. I couldn't tell you already. That's how fast it's gone. But yesterday I learned that stroop means syrup. Riddle me that, Jesus. Brains are stupid. You could, I mean, honestly, you could do it, and it's not evil because I won't spread it because I won't remember it. I'm the best person to fuck with because I'll never go fuck with someone else because I just won't remember. Unless it's something like stroop waffle, and then I'm like, huh, I love stroop waffles. It's literally just syrup waffle. Yep. I learned that yesterday, and I was like, huh, stroop. Cool. I've been eating stroop waffles my whole life, had no idea. That'll stick, but not the name. I've already forgot the other one. Laurie. I remember Laurie. Laurie? It's already gone. I'm just testing myself. That's how fast a name leaves my head because it's just so fucking irrelevant. I think I have too much in there. Is he in Blackadder? I don't remember. The Night Manager was fantastic. He plays a very scary villain. We've watched his live jazz. We watched his live jazz on stream. I think someone shared it. It was rather impressive. Huge laurels. Huge laurels. Huge lobotomy. Nope. Hugh Laurie, thank you. It's just, I'll remember the character name because, like, I've heard Alan Rickman. Holy shit, brain did it. I've heard Alan Rickman referred to as Professor Snape way more often than anyone has ever referred to him as Alan Rickman to me. So Professor Snape sticks. Sticks. So, like, meh, good portion of the time I will not remember Alan Rickman, but that was a miracle. Good brain. Sometimes. I've just got too much upstairs. I think, honestly, like, I've reached max capacity of recall. It's just, I'm done now. Unless it's Stroop, apparently. Oh my god, hold on. I found an article on my phone I wanted to read you guys. Ow. Was it always cholera in Sherlock Holmes? Alan Rickman is the Metatron.
I am the Metatron, the voice and one and only of Hail Satan. But I'm a fucking demon.
I need to rewatch that movie. I haven't seen it in like a month, and it's, cheers. So sad that you can't buy Dogma. You literally have to illegally get it, and that's stupid. He did the soundtrack for Halo 4. No shit. Honestly, that checks out. Now that you've said that, I can, like, hear that in my head. Sheriff of Nottingham's a good one. I also think of the little robot in what is it? Hitchhiker's Guide. The really sad robot who's just depressed. Don't mind me. What's his name? I think of that a lot if I think of Alan Rickman. But I mean, my generation was just Harry Potter. It's just Marvin. 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 Yeah. You can't boot. You cannot yet. So Weinstein owns the rights to Dogma, and Kevin Smith has offered to buy the rights, and Weinstein has either not responded and or said there's no dollar amount that I would sell it to you for because I'm a big fucking asshole. So there's just nowhere you can buy it legally. Unless someone's got old stock of it or something like that, which is so stupid. And Kevin Smith's talked about this before. Or somewhere he talked about it. There's an interview of him or something, and he totally mentions it. Hold on, reasonable, I got it. It's interesting, but super fucked up. Alan Rickman voice answering machine? Rest in peace. I mean, she be amen. I'm so over sequels. Stop it. I miss him. That laugh. Oh my god. Stop it, Ron. Stop it. Does anybody remember that? Stop it, Ron. Stop. Ooh, this was a Linkin Park cover. Make sure volume doesn't deafen us all. Or that time frame, and not all of them having him in them, but they just, I don't know, I don't know what that is or what you would call that, quote unquote, understated whatever, or what happened. Or like why do like the 80s horror movies that utilized a lot of stop motion, why do they feel more real and to this day still look more real and scary than when we use more updated CGI and shit like that? Is it because CGI hasn't gotten to the point where it can trick my brain? I am Vissy. Yeah. Well, kind of, in general. Hook made me think about it, but then I thought about it in more grander scale. I'm gonna burp. No shit, Donna. I mean, that kind of checks out, though, honestly. Like, Chester Bennington was pretty much the front runner, whatever. See, when I say stop motion, it might be CGI. Please excuse my dumb speech. I can save your life, but beyond that, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life. Or my anything. I've stopped absorbing information. But that's kind of, I don't know, there was like an era where things just felt more real, but they were not as fine-tuned, obviously. Like, things nowadays look fucking incredible. Like, we've come so far with CGI in general. We do have one of them dick swords. It's huge. Feel free to mute the fuck out of it. We have a music channel. We have a videos channel. I have a channel where I post my tarantulas. Oh yeah, she large in charge and looking for some fuck. 2001. Yeah, that's what I was. That's the era I'm talking about. Then. Yep. It was kind of a sweet spot, and I don't know what happened or how come now. Even though we have advanced, I mean, I'm not saying it looks bad, and I'm not trying to dish on digital animation or CGI in any way, shape, or form. And I don't think I'm coming off that way, but I'm just to correct anyone if you're thinking I'm trying to rag. Like, I cannot do what these people do. They're phenomenal artists. But I don't know. Something about older stuff just still looks and feels more visceral and real than anything we come up with these days. And I don't know what happened. Or just that, like, if you've ever seen, unfortunately, I don't know why Robin Williams is on the mind now, but if you've ever seen is it Requiem of a Dream? No, not Requiem. What Dreams May Come. Not Requiem for a Dream, please forget. What Dreams May Come. Amazing. Easily one of my top absolute Robin Williams movies ever. It's so fucking good. But it is one of those ones, and maybe it was the art style of the 90s slash early 2000s that like inspired that. I don't know. It makes you feel magical without like shoving in your face that it's magical, I guess. And I don't know what I mean by that, and I just don't know how to word it. Oh yeah, exclamation Discord in the chat. We had to get rid of the shit below the chat because it's a way for shitheads to join the Discord and have no chat history of them joining the Discord. This way someone has to type exclamation Discord and click it. And then we can at least look at the chat history. It's really, we just, if you've been on Twitch for literally any amount of time at all, Discords are hit all the time by shitheads trying to be racist transphobes or some fucking bullshit like that we just ain't got no time for. You know what I'm saying? So anything to avoid that, I'm down with. Yes, ma'am. Is it Brock time? Hello, my love. You've been awful woofy today. Can you come say hi and be gentle? Mom's neck is broken. Be nice. My big fluffy bear. They were supposed to get groomed and our groomer canceled on us because they had like their entire office called out sick. Totally understandable, but you're getting groomed this week, huh? What is in your fur? Always something, Bill. What are you getting into? I don't know. I laid on a dirt. Okay, so David says, so here's the thing. The old stuff, that really doesn't look better. Please go back and watch something like Aliens Queen versus Powerlifter Fight. It's all close-ups of flailing, and it's shot that way because of the limitations imposed. Okay. Honestly, that kind of makes sense. So it doesn't look more realistic. They're showing you less and letting you feel, oh my God, David, I learned about that. Oh, there's a term for it. Like your brain filling in the blanks. It's not object permanence. Maybe it is. It's related to object permanence. I took a really interesting psychology class in school. It was called, I think it was just cognitive psychology, like cognition, the way people, she's just licking my hand, the way people think in general. And that was a really interesting thing. Like babies freak out. Like if I was FaceTiming with my baby and I did this and then that, because their brain doesn't complete the movie yet. So to them, I'm dead and I'm alive again, and then I'm dead and I'm alive again, and that fucking scares the fuck out of an infant. Versus as we grow, our brain starts to complete the story. So visually, I don't exist anymore, but your brain convinces you I'm still there behind the water bottle. There's a whole study, there's like a whole specialty of psychology you can go into that studies that stuff. It's fucking fascinating, but that completely makes sense, honestly. It's kind of genius, really. Our little Bill. Are you okay? She seems anxious. You okay today, baby girl? You okay? I know, something's going on that you've been very, about. I love her eyebrows. That's the only thing I like when she's not groomed. These, like, precious eye floofs she has, because she's so emotive, like a golden retriever with them. I'm so bored of Nazis and racists and all the various shitheads of our era. I'd like better villains. Hard same, like a unique villainous thought would be great. Back from Vegas, back from the grind, how was it? I'd also say the passion isn't really there to create cool things. It's just make money that translates into beautiful looking but drab feeling cinema and experiences. That's very sad. It's very much prevalent in our discussion earlier about like sequels or remakes, real life remakes and stuff like that. Like easy cash grab. Meanwhile, I'm still over here watching fucking bed knobs and broomsticks in bed with chicken noodle soup. Just me. Ever watch an old black and white movie? They don't have to show it, and it feels so much worse than nowadays. 100% Quill. I've thought about that before, especially when it comes to like horror or gore movies. Nowadays, I feel like a lot, not everybody, but a lot of people or a lot of, whoever the fuck is just making the decisions. I don't know the film world. Excuse me. They feel like, oh, we have the fake blood and we have all the really hyper realistic organs. Like, let's show everything. But sometimes it's way fucking scarier if you let your imagination fill in what the fuck happened behind a curtain with the shadows instead of just seeing someone beheaded or something. Is that just me? Maybe I just like to use my imagination. I don't know. I have so many songs up. David Burton, St. Vincent. That was next. Okay. Make sure volume's not bad. Star Trek. I didn't have TV until I was in college-ish. Literally didn't have cable till I was in college. And by then, like, it was so deep in. People were like Trekkies and shit. I was so far out of it. That's all I was saying. Nothing interesting. But, what the fuck? Are you a bug? I went outside with the dogs. Bugs. Star Trek is I've honestly dude, reasonable. Have you ever seen I think there's a time-lapse video. I turned Zach into the wrinkly-headed thing with SFX makeup one time. It was super fucking cool, but the amount of shit I got for never having seen Star Trek before and doing that, I turned him into a Klingon. Thank you. I should have known. I knew Klingon. I knew that. I just wasn't confident in myself because I've never seen it. But it's one of his favorite shows ever, and I turned him into a Klingon. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. It looked so fucking cool. It looked so good. I literally sculpted it into his, like, I sculpt waxed into his head and shit. It was badass. But yeah, I felt like Zach has told me, I don't know, some generation's the one to watch. I just haven't sat down and done it in a while. But we had the original trilogy, the original, like, 3 Star Wars movies when I was a kid. So, like, Ewoks. That was my jam as a kid, but Star Trek, I have no reference base. Klingons, I know, and I know the actors that were in it and shit like that. Like the old dude, names escape me, but I know them by like if I saw them. Yeah, I've heard Star Trek is amazing. I just haven't like been in the mode to sit down and start a huge series like that in a bit. I haven't had time. If you did want to play a song from the long video, the link starts at my favorite. Ooh, hold up. I'll put it up. Don't, YouTube. I'm not going to touch it for a second. It's acting unresponsive. Don't be a bastard. It shows the future I'm hoping we'll get to someday, although more likely we'll blow ourselves up or burn to a crisp long before that happens. I mean, y'all's kids will, or your kids' kids or something like that, right? I don't know if we'll live into, like, maybe, though. I mean, you can't rule it out in any way, shape, or form. OG Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan is the best of the OG cast, in my opinion. I thought it was, like, 3rd generation or something is the one people say to watch, or, like, I have no idea. I don't know anymore. Zach owns all of them. He's he knows Star Trek in and out. Like, he's suggested a million times. I said, is it Next Generation, that one? Is that a good one? When subjective, that is hard to do. My line of good, bad is different to yours. I believe in that. I think everybody's good, bad is different, unfortunately, but true. I don't know. To each their own, man. That is a good one. Okay. Hi, LZT. How are you, love? Who knows at this point? The world will keep spinning until the sun blows up. Yeah. Yep. The world will go on, right? That kind of gives me a weird peace. That, like, no matter how much damage we do to the earth, unfortunately, not, like, encouraging it or anything, like, recycle motherfuckers responsibly and, be safe and whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, the earth will shake us off like fleas and fix itself. Because it goes through ice ages and shit like that all the time. We're just, like, speeding that shit up. Deep Space Nine. Which one's the first? Like, Next Generation's a great TV show. Just thought a movie would be easier. Oh, I've seen the Star Trek, the most recent movies. I don't know what they're called, but I've seen them. With baby Leonard Nimoy. How did I remember that name? Amazing. Good brain. Never seen Star Trek. No Leonard Nimoy. Jeez, I can also do this. I'm built for it. Let's go. Never seen it, though. That's when it started getting popular. Deep Space Nine or Next Generation was. Hi, Guild. How are you, love? The most recent movies are shit, in my opinion. I was entertained by them, but I'm entertained by anything that's, like, spacey with some aliens and shit. It's real. Like, I've been watching a lot, like, just other, like, what's the one with Matt Damon? I watched that recently. I just like spacey shit. It's fun. I don't know. Sue me. I'm easily entertained. I'm not like going into movies expecting some existential experience though. I don't know anything about film to feel like I could judge that. I just kind of go by like what makes my tum tum feel nice and what doesn't. Oh god, I watched something the other night. I didn't watch the whole thing because it was really fucking weird. I can't remember what it was called, but it was about like a serial killer or something, and him telling his stories to somebody mysterious. And like at one point, it shows a little kid like clip a foot off a baby duck. I shit you not, it really fucked me up. But then like there's a whole bunch of slaughter throughout the movie that I'd be like gnarly, metal. And I had this moment where I was like, what does that say about me that the baby duck is like still fucking with me? But I couldn't tell you who was killed in the movie or why. But man, that baby duck really fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That was sad. I sure do like duck. Martian, yes, the one with the potatoes. Yes. I really like that one. It's so like it makes me have this like weird anxiety that's tolerable for that, like living in that possibility is scary to me. That one or there's the one with George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. It's kind of corny, but I really like that one. I can't remember what that one's called either. I have them all like on my permanent playlist. I really like those though. They're just fun to put in the background. They're creepy. I watched all the Alien movies recently again. Almost all of them. Not the Alien versus Predator or anything like that. Read a lot of weird canon alien shit online that I did not want to know about, but I got way too fucking balls deep into it one night on Wikipedia. Gravity! Genova, your brain is amazing. Gravity. I like that one too. I really like Sandra Bullock though. Did you guys hear about The Blind Side recently? How apparently it was a complete scam and that guy, oh god, Michael Orr, he was completely like, I don't even know the word for it that's bad enough, jebaited. Like that fucking family handed him some paperwork and they're like, we'd like to adopt you. And it was really giving them a conservatorship over everything about him and all his money and shit. Conservatorship. Yeah. He was never adopted. He was literally just scammed the fuck. What the fuck? Oh my god. My brain has been reeling. Like, I'm not shocked. That's not the emotion, which is disgusting. 'Cause America. But like, whoa. What the fuck? I mean, and did he know, like, do you guys know any more about it? I've heard just what I've just told you guys. Like, that's all I know. I don't know if he didn't know this for a long period of time or if he's known it the whole time and they just bought him off. I have no idea, but holy fucking shit. Holy shit. How often is that going on in the world? Jesus fucking Christ. I've seen the movie before, and I remember I was like, "Oh, this is heartwarming, but also seems like really full of shit." You know? Like very like it felt very Hollywood. Didn't it fucking have like Tim McGraw in it and Phil Collins' daughter from the Paris show? It was a very odd cast. I saw it a long time ago. But I remember watching it and thinking, like, this has got to be Hollywooded, and they're cutting a lot of middle shit out, right? It just didn't. It felt too fairy tale, like pretty rich white people that own a bunch of Taco Bells stop and pick up a young black man that they've never ever known, spoken to, have no contact with whatsoever. Bring him home and let him sleep in their house. Like, it's a great idea. But let's be realistic where we live and where they live and who they were and like yeah, thank you, Zoe. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I was trying to come up with the like terminology for it. White savior complex. It's like virtue signaling to the nth degree. He said he only okay, hold on. Let me catch up on chat. Hold up. Sorry. I just remembered I really wanted to talk to you guys about this cuz holy fucking shit. A human I don't know. I don't have words for it. Hold on. He was never adopted, just scammed. Or my little brain is broken and just remembers what it's like. Dude, I wish. Why did I remember fucking Stroop? There's some fishiness about it. He claimed the family made $300 billion off the movie, and that's not right. No one except the studio makes $300 billion off a movie. Yeah, I don't know if he's right about that stuff. I didn't hear about any of that. Like, I don't know who makes. I mean, that movie wasn't that like a Lifetime quality type movie? The second story is much more believable. Isn't that sad? He said he only found out earlier this year. In my opinion, that should have been vetted. Yeah, it's like, I agree with you, but if this kid truly thought he was, walking into kind of being saved and getting a place to live and like with these rich people and stuff, and was talking about it constantly, and he was totally sold, would someone look into it? I'm genuinely asking. I don't know. The movie also harmed him as it portrayed him as mentally handicapped when in reality he isn't. It totally did. Didn't it? It portrayed him as like he literally couldn't write or something like that. Like he was illiterate or something. And that took opportunities away from him. No shit. That movie actually affected his real life. Enough people saw it. I thought this was like Lifetime, literally. It had Tim McGraw in it, for fuck's sake. That movie, Catch Me If You Can, the whole story's fabricated. None of it ever happened. They didn't find out till later. Shut the fuck up. Did that guy literally just live as a shut-in and write the whole story and fake it? That's hilarious. Good sell. From what I've seen, the reason why it was a conservatorship was because he was 18 and past adoption age. But then why would a conservatorship even be necessary? That's where I'd go with it. I don't know. Makes me sad that we keep learning people are more shitty than kind, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, I try not to assume the worst in people. I don't think that's fair. But it's like getting really hard to assume the best. I gotta start on neutral ground, I think. Today I learned Lily Collins is Phil Collins' daughter. Seems plain on paper, but I had no idea. Right? I don't know when I learned that, but it was recent. It was like within the last year, and I was like, I think it was during the whole when that Paris show, Emily in Paris, it won a bunch of awards for some reason at some award show. I don't watch award shows. I don't fucking know which one it was. But everybody was like, why is it on the top of Netflix? I've never watched it. Have you seen it? Has anyone watched it? Why is it on the top of everything? Why did it win awards? Did anybody watch it? And like the 5 people in a group of 1,000 that had were like, no, it's shit. And it was like the rigging of the voting and how they took all the voting members out to Paris to like a private property vineyard or something for the voting ceremony. And it was all this scammy shit. And I learned that she was Phil Collins' daughter, which is hilarious. She's not a terrible actress and she's not a terrible person. She's a Lifetime actress. It's a Lifetime film. You know what I'm saying? The Blind Side did, in fact, make $309 million in the box office. Wow. Wow. I'm shocked. People do love feeling like they saved someone. Yep, they'll eat that movie up. Like, dude, it's that, what did Zoe say? The white savior complex? White savior complex. It's like by watching it, people feel better about themselves. Not all white people are bad. Look. And I'm good because I watched it and I liked it. Or do you think? I don't know. I don't know anyone who's like, that's my favorite movie ever. So here it is. Thank you, Ryan. The conservatorship gave the Tuohys, I can't remember, is that how you say their name? Tuohys? The power to handle Ower's finances, even though he had no psychological disabilities. The blockbuster 2009 flick, I can't believe it came out that long ago, holy fucking shit, that followed made hundreds of million, wow, 309 million, we looked up to be exact. Hold on, blah, 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 blah. The blockbuster 2009 flick that followed made hundreds of millions of dollars in the theaters and tens of millions of dollars more in home video sales, ESPN said. And it earned 2 Oscar nominations. Wow, the Tuohys profited handsomely, the legal filing said. The couple and their 2 birth children made $225,000 each, plus 2.5% of the movie's net proceeds. So they didn't come out with millions, but they came out with a pocket. Or what doth the youths mumble? Bags? Thine satchels have been dropped. Something? I don't even think I'm defending the family because what they did was fucked up. Dude, no such thing as like it's good to have a conversation that goes both ways. You know how I feel about that, friend. But more information is needed because the court transcripts of the conservatorship say that he was present when the court approved the conservatorship. He may not have known exactly what a conservatorship, but unless the court is lying, he was present. I don't think he didn't say he was present. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he just said he was led to believe conservatorship meant adoption or something. Like, he wasn't, mentally handicapped, but he wasn't educated in the ways of court language and shit like that. I think that's what it was. From what I read, And from what I think Philip DeFranco covered it or something really briefly, some news channel, very, very briefly. But basically, like, he was like, I signed it. I was there for everything. But the way that the Tuohys simplified the information for me, because reading the documents, like, any 18-year-old, when I was 18, when you were 18, at least I was too stupid to read court documents. They probably were like, oh, it's the adoption, but it's just called a conservatorship because you're 18, and blah, blah, blah. That's what he made it out to be. Like, they manipulated him into signing it by kind of twisting the verbiage. Correct me if I'm wrong, my dudes. Y'all know I'm here for the conversation. I'm never just spitting permanent facts. There's no such thing. I learned of Lily Collins' existence and then about her father when she starred in that movie, The Mortal Instrument, City of Bones. I don't think I saw that one, but I think that was a book series I might have read. You watched it last year? Damn. What also sucks is there are some people who want to strip Bullock of her Oscar. Whoa, not like she knew what they did. She acted and acted well. Stripping her of her Oscar? Dude, people win Oscars and awards for playing like Jeffrey Dahmer. In what world does that make sense to attack an actor for playing a role? Like, what? Right? Yeah, but like, she's an actress. She understands court documents and language of lawyers about as much as I do, I bet. And probably less because you guys have taught me shit. Like, you guys, there's lawyers in our community and shit, and paralegals and otherwise who are in the law system who know more than she. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not saying anything. It just seems ridiculous. Like, didn't Margot Robbie win awards for playing that ice skating bitch who, like, paid someone to break her competition's leg in half? It just seems a little like going after the actress is really extending. Maybe we should focus on the activities of the family, what truly happened there, like the fuck went down, and then go towards some like a celebrity's gonna get you fucked. Nobody knows who the Tuohys is, or everybody knows who Bullock is. Easy target. Lazy target. Tanya Harding, thank you. That one. Great movie, by the way. I enjoyed it. Fucking wild, though. Holy shit. Might, so what happened was, have you heard of that movie, The Blind Side? It came out in 2009. I don't remember this. We're just been talking about it. It was basically about a rich white family that owned a bunch of Taco Bells, like feeling bad for a disadvantaged black kid and like pulling him off the street and enrolling him in a private school and putting him on a football team and being like, you're 6'9", let's put you on football and blah, blah, blah. Well, they convinced him that he signed, according to him, they convinced him that he was signing adoption paperwork when in fact he was signing over permanent conservatorship of anything he ever made from that moment on, and therefore he's been strapped or something. It's crazy. Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. Yep, Charlize Theron, correct me if I'm saying that wrong, won an Oscar for playing Eileen Wuornos, who was like the most prolific female serial killer in American history thus far, right? Who wasn't like a couple's serial killer. Yeah, oh might and then what we learned earlier is that movie, The Blind Side, made about $309 million at the box office, not including home sales, and each family member, the 2 biological children and 2 parents, each made about $225,000 off the movie in theaters, and then made residuals off of the everything else, but he didn't. And I guess the judge approved the conservatorship because in the paperwork that this poor Michael Orr did not understand, it basically laid out that he was mentally handicapped. And that's why he needed a conservatorship. And the movie portrayed him as being illiterate and portrayed him as having a mental handicap, which apparently did affect him in life and take away opportunities from his shit, which is absolute bullshit. It's infuriating. Upcoming cheers. I got a bull pet. Ugh. When I get upset about the many stories about people being bad, I like to remind myself that I'm probably an average person, and I'm an okay good person. I love this because I do the same. I'm an okay good person, so that's likely at least half of the people are at minimum the same or better than me, and it might just be that we hear more about the bad ones. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. Honestly, I think it's not as notable for me, or it doesn't stand out as much if someone does something horrible like what they're doing. If they didn't try to so vehemently market themselves as like these angelic saviors of a black kid so hard. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh God, who was the serial killer who was like a clown at children's birthdays, but also murdered young boys after raping them and then buried them under his house? It's like the mask they put on is just so fucking extreme. It makes me very nervous. So the psychology of where that comes from is very interesting. Wayne Gacy, thank you, Gacy. I knew it. I watched true crime all the time. I just could. I was picturing his face. Yeah, Wayne Gacy. Yeah, the KFC dude. Mm-hmm. Or, oh God, there's another one they did a documentary about recently. I'm so bad with the names of them, but I'm so grateful that just saying a few words out of them. They made a movie recently. It starred Phil Collins' daughter, and she was playing his wife, and the movie was mostly following her. I can't remember. Bundy? Was it Ted Bundy? And he was like charismatic as fuck. And I think super smart, or he faked it. Like his charisma got him through school. He had like a ton of degrees and stuff, but I don't think he ever did anything with it. Gacy's the clown. Bundy's the one. He was like handsome. I didn't get it. Not my type, but allegedly handsome, charismatic, all this shit. Like they so try to overcompensate for this icky side of them that's where the psychology really gets me. But I completely see where you're going, David. And I think about that too. I think about that when I talk to people, especially from around the world, who, you know, we talk about that here all the time, where it's like that weird what the media feeds us about every country and what it's actually like what is fed to the world about America, that we're all just like toting giant guns and walking up and down the street and shooting each other all the time, and that's just happening on every inch of America. Like it's just not realistic. But the crazy angry people toting guns tend to be the loudest, and they're interesting to put on the news. So that's what people put on the news. It sucks, but like those of us like you and I that are just going day to day trying to go through life and pay our bills, like we're not interesting. So we're not going to be on the news. So no one's going to get this idea that like there's people like me that just like I log out at the end of the day, take my dogs for a walk, come home, I do some gardening while I listen to an audiobook in one ear, and I play fetch with my dogs in the yard, and then I sit down and I play some video games, and then like make an easy dinner, make a salad while talking about the weather. Lately I've been really interested in a giant spider that lives outside my kitchen window. And then I go to bed watching Futurama. And I don't own a gun. Not that I have a problem with it, if you're a responsible gun owner. But like, I think I'm the majority of what's going on in America in my personal experience, moving across the country many times. Like, the vast majority of us are just chilling. Just trying to mind our own fucking business. Really? Like, I don't give a fuck what your genitals look like or what you do in your bedroom or how you outwardly present your gender. Like, you do you, boo-boo, as long as it's legal and consensual. Be a good fucking person. That's all I give a shit about. You know what I'm saying? It's a loud minority. Exactly, Mike. Yep. And that's unfortunately what gets it. I forgot to grab my iPad because my dogs were barking. Oh, Vissy, let me go grab it. Nope. I gotta grab it. I gotta grab it for my girl because otherwise I'm gonna forget. The YouTube has decided to freeze. It's gone non-responsive, so I'm not touching it right now. Sheepy, if you want to send it to me in Discord, I will make sure to grab it later though, because I would like to see it. But I'm just not touching anything. I'm just letting it autoplay at this moment because it's decided to. I've done sweated it. Fuck! I know I grabbed it. It's honestly I do want to tell you about it because I think it's really well written thus far. I think anybody'd enjoy it, to be honest. Katie finished the book she's been wanting to read for a while. She reports she had a good time. Dude, David. So literally, all I did was like go to Google and search like good horror summer reads because I was in need of a good horror summer book. I'd finished my most recent one. It wasn't anything to talk about. And this one was highly recommended in terms of like just people like tons of people had read it and recommended it. And then in terms of books I've already read, it was recommended. So I was like, fuck it. And it was by an author I've read before, Grady Hendrix. I'm sure a lot of you have read Grady Hendrix before. It's called How to Sell a Haunted House. Have you guys read this? No spoilers. I just like haunted house stories. They viscerally do actually scare me. I am very afraid of the dark and being alone, and I need to snuggle. Okay. So that's all I knew was it was a haunted house story. I'm only a few chapters in, but I want to read you like one of the very first fucking paragraphs because it was so. It was like funny to me because it's exactly what I'm fucking terrified across the board that I had to read it out loud to Zach. I laughed so hard. Hold on. I must find it. Oh my god, I've read way more than I thought. Katie reads too much. It's right at the beginning though. Hold on. I have to find it. How to Sell a Haunted House. If you're curious, it's very well written and I'm very much enjoying it so far. If you just want a good horror book to read. But there's a part like this is basically what the back of the book says, so I'm not spoiling anything. The book opens with this young woman whose parents tragically die very randomly in like a car accident. So she inherits their house and everything in it. And the way that she enters their house the first time after they've passed is this paragraph. It's I have to find it for you. It's Grady, right? Grady, it's a Grady Hendrix book. You'll like it if you want something that's nice and creepy. But I know. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm scanning and I might fuck up. But blah blah blah. It's worth it. Hold on. I went back way too far into like the intro territory. I'm gonna find it. Don't worry about it. I fucked up. I'm not too good at the digital book thing yet. Just give me a second. It's worth it. It's almost 4:20. Don't forget to pack your bowls. Oh, I'm getting here. It is. Hold on. Blah blah blah. Okay. It's a couple paragraphs, but I think you'll enjoy it. I fucking love board games. Unfortunately, I don't really have people to play with them in person, so I tend to play games online more with people than anything. Moving a lot means not a lot of like, long-standing friendships in person, unfortunately. But I got a lot of fun internet friends. Ghosts can snuggle. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Okay, so this is just like a page excerpt out of chapter 1 of How to Sell a Haunted House. You're welcome. Tabletop Simulator is everything because you don't have to clean up or set up. It's everything. Okay, hold on. So this is just her driving to her parents' house right after they died. First chapter. She walked up the 3 brick steps to the kitchen door and froze. She heard the muffled voice of a man speaking with confidence and authority from somewhere inside the house. Louise stared through the window in the middle of the door, peering past its sheer white curtain, trying to see who it was. This house should be empty, by the way, because her parents died, just FYI. The brick-patterned linoleum floor unrolled past the counter, separating the kitchen from the dining room and rolled at the far wall, where her mom's gallery of string art hung over the dining room table. Its plastic tablecloth got changed with the seasons, and right now it was red poinsettias. Poinsettias? Have I ever said that word out loud? Is it poinsettia? I don't fucking know. Weird red flowers that are poisonous to your animals. Don't get them if you have indoor cats. For winter, the JCPenney chandelier hung overhead. The China hutch pressed itself into the corner. The chairs kept their backs to her. The man continued talking from inside the house. Me thinking this is a haunted story, right? So like ghosts. Ooh, scary. She could see a small slice of the front hall with its green wall-to-wall carpet, but no people. A woman asked the man a question. Was Mark in there with the realtor? Mark's her brother. Was he already taking stuff? Louise hadn't seen any cars parked outside, but maybe he'd parked around the corner. He could be sneaky. Apparently he's a drunk. I don't know. I'm not that far. She carefully turned the latch. The door cracked its seal, then swung open, and the man's voice got louder. Louise stepped inside and eased the door closed behind her, then crept forward, ears straining, trying to figure out what he was saying. Details registered automatically. Her mom's purse sitting on the end of the counter, the answering machine blinking its red light for one new message, the smell of the sun-warmed Yankee candle, and then she reached the dining room and stopped. The man's voice sounded big and small at the same time, and Louise realized it came from the living room TV. Her scalp tightened. Oh, I hate that. Everybody. Yes, Jay, I was just suggesting it to people. I wanted to read this one specific excerpt out of it because it's so fucking scary. 2 minutes till 4:20. The man's voice sounded big and small at the same time, and Louise realized it came from the living room TV. Her scalp tightened. That's such a visceral feeling to me. I know it so well. She looked into the front hall to the left. It got dark, leading deeper into the house. To the right was the living room where someone was watching TV. Louise held her breath and stepped around the corner. Happy 420. It's funny horror. Yep. It's definitely scary. Like, the humor isn't there to make you not scared. It's like humor, how do you put it? It's like, subtle. Oh, Dawn, I fucking hate that. That happens to me with a lot of Eminem. I love me some fucking gallows humor. It's everything. All right. This is the part I was looking for, but I felt like the lead up was worth it. Louise held her breath and stepped around the corner. Hundreds of her mom's dolls stared at her. Clown dolls on top of the sofa. A harlequin wedged against one of its arms. German dolly-faced dolls crowded a shelf over their heads. A swarm of dolls stared through the glass doors of the doll cabinet against the far wall. On the top of the doll cabinet stood a diorama of 3 taxidermied squirrels. The TV played the Home Shopping Network to 2 enormous French bébé dolls sitting side by side in her dad's brown velour easy chair, named Mark and Louise. So, like, yeah, time to light it on fucking fire! Uh-huh. Donna, my mom has dolls that she literally, I'm not kidding you. Let me continue reading and then let me finish it. Named Mark and Louise. That's what her mom called them when she bought these ugly, expensive, 3-foot tall dolls. With their hard, arrogant faces and coarse chopped hair. No matter where you two go, I can keep my precious babies with me forever, she'd said. The girl sat stiffly in her layered summer frock, arms by her sides, legs sticking straight out in front, strawberry-stained lips puckered into a pout, eyes blank, staring at the TV. The boy wore a navy blue Lord Fauntleroy jacket with a white Peter Pan collar and short pants, and his blonde hair looked like it had been hacked into a page boy with a pair of dull scissors. Between them lay the remote. They'd always creeped Louise out. I know, Viata, I hate it. She looked down the hall but didn't see any other signs of life. The bathroom door was open. The bedroom doors were closed. No lights were on. She made herself pluck the remote from between the doll Mark and Louise, trying not to touch their clothes, and turned off the TV. Silence rushed in around her, and she stood alone in the house full of dolls. Full of dolls! Growing up, her mom's dolls had mostly faded into the background. If a friend came over and said something like, "Your mom has a lot of dolls," Louise would say, "You should see her puppets." What the fuck? And then she'd show them her mom's workroom, but mostly they went in one eye and out the other. A few times, however, like her first Thanksgiving back from college, or right this minute, she really noticed them. At those times, the house felt too crowded with dolls. There were too many unblinking eyes staring, sucking up all the oxygen, watching everything she did. She tried to look anywhere else and immediately saw her dad's aluminum medical cane lying on the wall-to-wall carpet in front of the TV. It was the only thing out of place in the entire room. Should have been with him in the car during the accident. It gets worse. After he'd retired from the economics department at the College of Charleston, her dad kept finding ways to return to campus. And a year ago, he'd been walking across the quad to a blah. That's just how he gets hurt. Don't worry about it. No spoilers. Louise's knees popped as she squatted to pick up the cane, and that's when she saw the hammer. It lay on the other side of his dad's easy chair. She got on her hands and knees to pick it up, and saw a long chip of raw yellow wood along the edge of the coffee table. It looked like it had been made by the hammer. The cane, the hammer, the TV being on, the dolls in her dad's chair, it all felt wrong. She looked at the dolls. Whatever had happened, they'd seen it all, and they weren't about to tell. You learned to control burn, bitch. Louise, it's just, I'm only gonna finish the chapter, but it gets worse, and it's just great. And I think I think anyone would enjoy this if you like horror. I hate dolls. This scares the poop out of me. I've shit 3 times. Don't worry about it. Louise propped her dad's cane by his chair and placed the hammer on the kitchen counter before heading down the hall to the bedrooms. Louise propped her dad's cane by his chair and placed the hammer on the kitchen counter before heading down to the hall to the bedrooms, her feet bouncing on the green nylon wall-to-wall carpet woven for durability and sculpted into lily pads. Then passed Mark's closed bedroom door, then stopped at her mom's workroom. It sat between Mark's and blah, blah, blah. She hesitated, her hand hovering over the doorknob, and decided she wasn't ready to face it yet, her parents' bedroom. She turned and continued down the hall, and then her attention snapped into focus and she stopped. Something felt off. She scanned the walls with her eyes of an expert art appraiser, taking in the endless family photos in big frames, little frames, round frames, rectangular frames, her mom's art, lots of her mom's art, puppets, framed diplomas, framed programs from Mark's high school plays, framed class pictures, framed graduation pictures, framed vacation pictures, the Joyner National Portrait Gallery as curated by their mom. Something felt wrong. The silence of the house stretched her nerves tight. Then she realized she didn't see the string. It's like someone wrote this book to fuck with me. They used to tuck the white string that pulled down the attic stairs behind a corner of a picture of her dad receiving an award from the National Economic Freedom Forum. Otherwise, it bonked you in the head when you walked by. It was gone. Louise looked up and her shoulders twitched. High in the shadows, someone had done an ugly job of nailing the attic hatch closed, hammering every piece of scrap wood they could find over it, hacking off the pull-down string at its base. Oh, you burned the house down, right? You just fucking burn it. We burn it now. We don't need it. We don't need that motherfucker. Let the motherfucker burn. Just like chill. It reminded Louise of the one zombie movie Ian had made her watch, where people boarded up their windows to keep the zombies out. Had the springs broken, and this was her dad's terrible attempt at repair. Were there raccoons in the attic, and he'd done this to keep them from getting into the house? Had taking care of her dad been too hard for her mom? Had the screens gotten dirty, and had raccoons gotten into the attic? Why did I say raccoons? Raccoons gotten into the attic. Was this the best she could do? Louise felt guilty for not noticing things were getting this bad. Standing under the boarded attic hatch made her nervous, so she headed for the end of the hall and her parents' closed bedroom door and stopped when she saw the big vent at the end of the hall. Its grill had fallen off, exposing the big square chopped into the drywall. She picked up the vent cover and leaned it against the wall. Had the raccoons gone into the attic? Ducts? Had squirrels? It felt wrong. The boarded up hatch, the busted vent, the hammer, the cane, the TV, her mom's purse on the end of the counter. Something had happened right before her mom and dad had left the house for the last time. Something bad. Her parents' closed bedroom door and her old bedroom door faced each other. She decided to finish her walkthrough and get out of there. She reached for the knob to her parents' bedroom door and stopped. She'd open it and the room would be empty and that would feel too final. She turned and pushed open her old bedroom door instead. Her dad had converted it into a computer room long ago. The ancient family Dell stood on her old desk, awash with the sea of her dad's paperwork and bills. This is a really sad part, and I'm just not going to read it because I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you. I'm just trying to get to the creepy part. Louise dropped the bills, blah, blah. Sorry. I don't want to spoil stuff for you guys. If you want to read it, it's really good. Unless you care. It's just kind of sad. Fuck it, I'm just going to read it. It's just a few sentences. Her dad had converted into his old computer room long ago. The ancient family Dell stood on her old desk, awash in a sea of her dad's paperwork and bills. Louise automatically started to sort them. She couldn't remember how many times she'd sorted out her dad's desk. Almost every time she came home, she'd been able to sleep. She hadn't been able to sleep until she got his desk under order. And every time she came back, it had reverted to her dad's cryptic system of filing by piling. That hit hards. That hit hards. That hard hits. What? Katie, shut up. Her movements slowed as she realized that this time his desk wouldn't revert. This time the papers would stay where she left them. Her dad would never scramble his paperwork again. She'd never get another out of the blue impossible to understand text from her mom full of random emojis and arbitrary capitalization. No more spontaneous presents for Poppy in the mail, her daughter. I know. That part hit me really hard. Grady's great if you've never read anything by them. Great author. But that part's pretty hard. Louise dropped the bills back on his desk and looked at the shelves over her bed. So good news, does not organize desk. We're good there. Her Wando yearbooks, the lanyard of her governor's schools, the lanyard with her governor's school ID, her Pinewood Derby trophy from Girl Scouts, and her old stuffed animals, Red Rabbit, Buffalo Jones, Dumbo, and Hedgie Hoggy. I wonder if Hedgie Hoggy fellaced himself stuck together. Stared down at her from their shelf. Creepy. She'd outgrown sleeping with them when she was 5 and moved them onto the shelf where they'd become a constant, silent presence in her life. They looked so patient. They looked like they understood. She pulled Buffalo Jones down and hugged him to her chest as she curled up on her bed, wrapping her body around his soft, uncomplaining presence. She buried her face in his white fur. He smelled like Febreze, and she felt a pang that her mom still took trouble to keep him clean. She loved these guys so much as a kid, practicing her splinting techniques on them when she was working on her first aid badge for school Girl Scouts, insisting her mom kiss each and every one of them goodnight, even after they'd moved to the shelf. They didn't feel cold and silent like her mom's weird dolls. They felt like old friends waiting for her to come home. Whenever Louise got anxious, her dad always said, "You know, Louise, statistically, and there's a lot of variance in these numbers, but in general, from a strictly scientific point of view, everything turns out okay an improbable number of times." Not this time, she thought. This time, nothing's ever going to be okay again. She hugged Buffalo Jones tight, felt something break inside her chest, and tears built behind her eyes, and she grabbed onto that feeling and let it carry her away as she realized that finally she was going to cry. In the living room, the TV turned itself on. So, we get the emotional coaster of a lifetime. Literally. Creepy, sad. Oh my fucking god, creepy! It gets worse. ... 5 easy flex pay installments, a man said, his voice full of excitement. Or a one-time payment of $136.95 gets you this beautiful handcrafted Scarlett O'Hara collectible doll with her green velvety party gown, her hoop skirt, and this beautiful display case at no added cost. Louise's body went rigid. Quote, "That's an amazing deal, Michael," a woman cheered. "These dolls are moving fast, so if you want this incredible offer for this one-time price, you need to call now." Louise made herself stand up. She forced herself to walk to the door. She realized she still had Buffalo Jones in her arms, so she would put him back on the bed, then peeked around the corner into the hall. Empty. "It's on a timer. The programming has a bug. Just go out there and turn it the fuck off," she says, speaking to herself. She drew her head up, pretending to be annoyed so she didn't feel scared, and walked toward the living room fast, the TV getting louder with every step. She entered the room and saw the Home Shopping Network playing for the blank-faced Mark and Louise dolls in her dad's easy chair. She snatched the remote off the chair and turned the TV off. The room full of dolls held its breath. She tossed the remote back onto the chair and stayed for a moment, making sure the TV didn't come back on. The Mark and Louise dolls looked snotty and bored, but of course she knew she was just projecting that onto them. Dolls didn't change their expressions. She should get going to Aunt Honey's. She turned and headed back to her bedroom. She'd grab Buffalo Jones and bring him home for Poppy, her daughter. She would show him to her when they had FaceTimed and once you see this face, because it has the cool touch of porcelain, but it's actually crafted from high quality vinyl. Louise froze halfway down the hall, shoulders hunched. She felt herself flush with irritation and embraced it so she didn't feel her fear wriggling underneath. She spun on the balls of her feet and marched back into the living room. The Mark and Louise dolls hadn't moved. They stared straight ahead at the TV. Louise snapped it off with the remote, knelt beside the television, and yanked its plug out of the wall. In the sudden silence, the dolls felt restless. The ones pressing against the glass doors of the doll cabinet felt like they'd just stopped moving. One of the German-faced, dolly-faced dolls on the shelf looked like she'd frozen in the middle of lifting one arm. A clown on the back of the couch. When is that okay? When's that okay? When's that okay? Never. A clown on the back of the couch looked like he could barely hold in his giggles. They were patient. They were sly. They outnumbered her. She had to do something to show herself, them. She wasn't afraid, so she grabbed the giant Mark and Louise dolls by their arms and lugged them into the kitchen, then out the door to the garage. They were heavier than she expected. She found a clear space on one of the big plywood shelves that wrapped around two sides of the garage, and she sat them on it. Her tiny thrill of victory disappeared as the Louise doll's hair began to quiver. The Mark doll's hair started to vibrate. His whole body shook until he tipped over on one side, and the air throbbed now so loud and the garage rattled. And Louise turned into the noise and saw through the slit in the windows on the door the front grill of a giant red truck, coming right for her, stopping inches before it crushed into her Kia. It sat there, rumbling. New movie pitch. We make a classic haunted doll flick, but it's about one of these modern day women who have like a million plushies. Oh my god! And we make an integration with popular band Plusheen. So our adorable demon doll is adorable. Wait. Our demon doll is an adorable fat and squishy cat. There's so many plushies as an adult around me right now. I'd be dead. I'd be dead. So there you go. That's a taste of what I've been reading. It makes me very uncomfortable. Two words? Wait, two words. Any one of those plushies, what would be the worst one to be haunted? Wait, do my severed limbs and shit count? They're not plushy, but they're like on display with the plushies. Because I wouldn't want that. That would be weird. Puppet funeral. Woo! We have ourselves a motherfucking bonfire with that house, bitches. I don't know about you, Jay. I have never liked dolls. My mom, and so this is what I wanted to say after I read that. My mom, no shit, has a collection of like stand-up porcelain dolls that I think, it was kind of common in the 80s or whatever to just put them on display around your house. I don't fucking know. But she has 4 of them that are apparently me and my sisters. She said this my whole life. She's like, this is you and your sisters. I got them according to what you look like when you were little. And they're so creepy. And she puts them on display in the fucking guest room where I sleep when I visit. And she gets pissed when I toss a blanket on them. But no fucking way. I'm not sleeping with that shit. That's not how I'm gonna die. Hummels, yeah. My mom has a few Hummels, actually. I don't know if she would consider herself a collector, but she keeps an eye out for them. I don't know. I've got a lot. The worst plushie, if the arms counted, they'd be probably the most disturbing. No haunted limbs would be 2 on the nose. Those are safe. Okay. Honestly, I mean, I've got like on my desk, I've got tiny Totoro. This would be, it doesn't even have eyes. This is closed eyeball Totoro. This would be fucking haunting if this just became sentient because it's blind. It would be like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking horrible. I have to think. I mean, I kind of keep them up high in hidden places because my dogs try to eat all my plushies all the time. I have like hand crocheted plushies that people in the community have made me. I have a Toothless and I have orange Yoshi. Those would be disturbing as fuck, but cute. They're all like relatively small. So it'd be kind of like cute, but also if all of them came alive, it'd be like that one movie with Kirsten Dunst. What was it? Small Soldiers. The numbers would overwhelm me. I do have a huge teddy bear. You guys know the one. Lilith likes to sleep on it, but there's a huge teddy bear in the spare bedroom. Like it's like if it wasn't like floppy, it'd probably stand about this tall. That'd be horrifying. With the no, you're not a plushie. Yeah, none of them. Oh my god, I have the Meow Wolf plushie. That'd be disturbing. Half cat, half wolf, split down the middle, coming to life. Meow, meow. Oh god. Oh god. I don't want that. That's a bad idea. I have a plushie Porg. Precious, though. Whatever the fuck they did. Emotional support demon. Cute. I don't know if I have a demonic plushie. I have like game themed, or I have a lot of Totoros. I definitely have I have a strange fascination with Totoros for sure. But most of my plushies I've had to put up somewhere because my dogs try to eat all of them. They think they're like, ooh, fuzzy toy animal? Mine. Tribbles, but Funko Pops. Oh god. I do have a few Funko Pops, but they're all in like, oh, I have a Porg Funko Pop. Oh my god, wait. I just found the plushie that would be the scariest. I don't know if I can show you on stream, but it's a koala with an enormous phallus. The pork and beans are impressive. I wouldn't want that to come to life. Cthulhu's cute. It stops being cute when you wake up in the middle of the night and your haunted plushie's sitting on your chest looking at you, right? Or like its whispering eye at the end of its dick that is as big as its body is looking at you. Like, I don't want any of that. A classic doll horror movie, but it's all porcelain unicorns. Oh my god, no time in. No shit. Okay. Real talk. I grew up with a girl who she went to the same church as us, and therefore I had to be her friend, but she was homeschooled, and my mom was good friends with her mom, so we had to go hang out with her. But she was 2 years older than me, and I swear to God, from the moment I met her until the moment I was able to never longer meet her ever again, she was full on fucking convinced that her emaciated white quarter horse was a unicorn, and that you could only see her unicorn features if you believe or whatever. We're a witch. I don't fucking know. And so when I was like 6 years old, I'd go over there and be like, your horse is pretty. And she'd be like, it's a unicorn and you know nothing. And like into adulthood, like her 20s, she would still say shit like that. But she had buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets of My Little Ponies and porcelain horses and all these different horse figurines. And she would take hours to line them up on on like her bedroom floor and like have army battles with them and then go to bed with them all lined up so she would know if anyone walked in her room because they would get tipped over. Like, imagine those fucking coming out alive at night. All the angles, all the sharp parts. Ma'am. It's just not your day-to-day, boob. I know. You're precious. Fire. Yep. I have, like, a body form, but a mannequin with, like, arms and the face and stuff. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. I couldn't do it. No. 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 Absolutely not. Nintendo Amiibo figures, stop it. Dude, those plus Funko Pops coming to life. Can you imagine how many people's lives would be suddenly turned upside down if Funko Pops became sentient? They'd all punch their way out of their packaging and kill their masters for making them watch them masturbate at their computer over and over and over again for years and years and years and years and years on end. And never cleaning up the splatter! Fuck! Jesus Christ! The packaging is only worth a damn if you stop coming on it, Jim! Fuck! You know what I'm saying? I only have like 4 Pop Funkos, but some people use Pop Funkos as wallpaper. No shade. You do you, boo boo. I got a wall full of fucking tarantulas. We're all living a weird life together. Oh. Fellas on the move. Murdered. Oh my god, murdered by the smiling Bob Ross with like a paintbrush. They're trees now. They're happy trees now. Mistakes though. Trees now. They're trees now. Oh my god, he'd just build trees of dead bodies. Like it'd be like dead bodies, like sculptures of trees. They're trees now. Trees now. But they're trees now. But they're trees now? Yeah, that'd be great. My dignity, Jim! Seriously, like, can you imagine the things in our offices see on a daily basis? Fucked up shit. Fucked up shit. I'm a goon and have way too many amiibo. No such thing. They actually do something. At least they do something, let's be honest. I bought the Yarn Yoshi. Cute. Dude. Yoshi and, like, Kirby. Really, Yoshi. Nothing has really stuck in my mind as being so quintessentially adorable as Yoshi. And yet so disposable at the same time. Like, holy shit, the things we did to that poor little Yoshi's World. If you could count the hours you logged on an N64, Yoshi's World, Yoshi's Land, Land of Yoshi, whatever the fuck, where you could pick all the different colors of them. Holy shit. I remember sitting on my stepdad's floor just like, that game was great. It was amazing. Yoshi's Story. Thank you, Gruden. Yoshi's Story. The music was amazing. The story was amazing. You could be all different colors of Yoshi's. It was on N64, so it was like kind of 3D-ish, even though it was still a side scroller. It was incredible. It was innovative. I would rent. I never owned it, but I would rent it all the time. Every time my mom took me to Blockbuster, I was like, I'm getting that. She probably rented it more than the game ever cost, but my mom's so against that shit. What are you gonna do? Yoshi goes to prison? Wait. I saw that porn, though? Is that... The melons from the game? Dude, the sound of them. I swear to God, there are some sounds in games, like that sound or the sound of birds in Ocarina of Time. Like, if you're just running around Hyrule Field, yeah, and you hear, like, that, and it gets echoey and goes away. There are some of those sounds where there have been many games since then where I'm just trotting around and I hear that exact sound. It's like a fucking clone. And I'm like, someone's playing Zelda or someone stole this sound. What the fuck is this? Are all these birds dead? And this is like a laugh track from 1992. Because, you know, birds don't live as long as people. Well, some. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Small Soldiers was a really good movie. Wasn't it? What was it? It was the soldiers. Were there... Man, I haven't seen it in so freaking long, David. I might have to go find it somewhere, to be honest. Next remake. No! No one talk about Toy Soldiers because they're going to remake it. No one talk about it. It's their secret now. We don't talk about it anymore. They'll just go remake it. Mini gargoyles. Cute. I have... Not a mini gargoyle, but I have our boy from Destiny. It looks like a gargoyle because I haven't painted it, but it's fucking cool. Oh, yeah, it was the alien type ones. Yep, thank you. I could picture, like, the soldiers with, like, their massive buzz cuts and their unrealistic, like, muscle tone, but I couldn't remember the other ones. Yeah. Zavala. I have my Zavala. Can't talk about it. My mom collected ceramic unicorns till I was about 30. Holy shit. I mean, it explains why you fucking sparkle, bitch. Just saying, it rubs off. Then got rid of them all. Holy shit. She asked why. I asked why. She said, I don't need them. You're my unicorn. It's the best feeling I've had in a long time, Jay. That's fucking beautiful. That's some momming right there. I'm not gonna cry. No shit. 9. My mom had 12. I don't... Sometimes I wonder, Jay, if there was something about that era of women, like, if they were exposed to something that their moms were taking, like a I know for a while there was an what was it? It was like an anti-morning sickness pill that a lot of women take, and it fucked their babies up. But some babies were born like supposedly fine and had a lot of fertility issues down the road. But a lot of women in my mom's era had one or two, if not way too many miscarriages. And like that is emotionally and physically fucking taxing on a human body. Holy shit. I was the first to make it out. That's wild. I'm lazy as shit. I don't remember what it was called. I mean, that sounds actually really familiar though. Hold on. I could probably just Google it. I have the medical Googles. Uh I'm gonna say 50s because that's when my mom was born. Yep, thalidomide is a compound that was developed in the 1950s by the West German pharmaceutical company Chemie Grunenthal. I bet they worked for Nazis. He was originally intended as a sedative or tranquilizer, but was soon used for treating a wide range of other conditions, including colds, flu, nausea, and morning sickness in pregnant people. It did a lot of fucked up shit to their babies. If it didn't like fuck their uterine stuff up, it was very terrible. Yep, literally. I didn't want to say it. It's like Chernobyl babies were born. My mom's actually personally friends with a woman whose mom took it, and she was born without a uterus. She has ovaries, no uterus. Like that's what it did to her. It was really bad, really bad. My grandma had 6 children, but had even more miscarriages than children. That's really sad. My nana had 1 stillborn. I don't know, dude. What would fuck me up more? Stillborn. Ugh. I was freaked out because they were all there one day and totally gone the next. You know, honestly, like, it kind of makes sense. She was probably planning it. And collectors, in my experience, they want the lot, right? I mean, very few collectors, unless they're filling out a collection or finishing something in their collection, they want the lot. The lot, that's something Zach taught me. Working at a pawn shop, you keep everything together as a lot, and you're more likely to get someone that wants it. My mom had a miscarriage in between each of us kids, so at least 3. I don't know if my mom had any between me and Sarah, but we're 5 years apart, so chances are yes. Because I know she did not want us 5 years apart at all. That was not on purpose, and I know she had like, by the time she had me, she had basically given up. She was like, I just don't think I can have kids anymore. How tragic. I blame my dad. He was a drinker. No shit. I honestly, Quill, it like this is crazy. So no shit. So like my mom, almost every single person her age that she's remained friends with had multitudes of miscarriages at some point. Not only that, but almost every single, and I'm not exaggerating it. This is something I have witnessed myself. Almost every single woman my mom has gone to high school, including herself, has had breast cancer at some point, or ovarian cancer, or uterine cancer, or bone cancer, but just in her graduating class. Like the one whose daughter thinks about unicorns and thinks they're real and her horse is real or whatever, her mom literally just died from bone cancer. My mom had breast cancer 5 years ago. It's insane. I don't know what was going on, but there are a lot of studies about it. Like for instance, when my mom got breast cancer, I read a study that was done about the Pacific Northwest and the correlation correlation, not causation, which means like these two things are happening at the same time, but we don't know if they're related in any way, shape, or form. But basically, if you live a certain distance, what I learned from this report, if you live a certain distance away from the equator, i.e., the Pacific Northwest, no matter how often you are outside or how often the sun is out, you'll never get an adequate amount of vitamin D. You need to take a vitamin D supplement because just the angle that the Earth is out with the sun, you're never close enough. So they're studying whether or not that correlates to the fact that the Pacific Northwest, i.e., Oregon, Washington, I think northern Idaho, and I think parts of northern California, correct me if I'm wrong on any of those, I don't remember, it was a while ago, but they have the highest rates in our nation of breast cancer and MS, like multiple sclerosis. And they're just looking at what the correlation is there because it's fucking astounding. And forever they were pushing milk and like, did you drink your milk today? But like, you can't get any of the vitamins from milk if you're not getting any vitamin D from the sun at all because they actually like, like go together. It was this whole thing. I'm not a scientist in that area in any way, shape, or form, but it was fascinating and scary at the same time. She's actually super cray captioning, drives me nuts, helicopter mom, but that's my good story. I mean, that we strive on the few good ones, right? That's how we get through it, man. No shit, Donna. I wonder what the fuck that is. Because you gotta wonder, is it just having more adequate access to healthcare, or is it actually like something is actually genuinely wrong? I don't fucking know, man. It's about that time where I need to take my dogs out because they've not stopped barking all day. But this was a good talk. This is like weird shit I think about a lot. On my own. I had a few miscarriages when I was younger, not trying to have a baby. That was before they found out I have endometriosis. Oh, fuck. And if you were in Europe in the 86, 90, there's still women that live in Chernobyl. I do too, Trouble. It's part of my like B3 vitamin. It's just in there. Ever since my mom got that shit, I started taking it because fuck that shit. I don't want breast cancer. Like, my boobies aren't going to kill me. Fuck that. You gotta help me, Doc. I got a serious lack of that D. Zakarian, the amount of times I wanted to make D jokes in my mom's appointment, you have no idea. And this, like, super serious, very tall, beautiful black doctor was, like, touching my mom's boobies and feeling for the cancer lump they were gonna cut out. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, don't make a joke. And that's when he was telling me about these studies that I should go read. And he gave me the brief rundown. And I was like, the D, oh my God, oh my God, the jokes, they're writing themselves. I must escape. I must leave. I need to leave this room immediately. This is just too much for me. It was far too much for me in my mental state. Dude, Pendragon, as long as you're taking care of yourself and you feel okay, like, people have evolved to live in the north. People have obviously evolved to live in the south near the equator where they get a lot more vitamin D. But you probably make up for it in food and stuff like that, right? I am an adult. I am an adult. I am an adult. I am an adult. Give my mom your big black D! So sorry. But, like, before you chop them off, you could fucking titty fuck her! Ah! Because of the lack of the D! I can't. I was screaming. It was horrible. And my mom's, like, giggling while the stranger feels her boobies. It was one of the weirdest experiences in my life. And it was all for cancer. Fuck cancer, right? Dude, fucking titties. Fucking titties. Okay, my dudes, I have to pee so bad. I have to take my dogs for a walk. And my shoulder hurts so fucking bad. But thank you for listening to awesome music. I haven't done anything with the browsers. I'm just going to try to raid someone randomly and hope it works. And I'm going to try to save the links. Hopefully it'll recover them and we can listen to all the music tomorrow. If it doesn't, feel free to repost them tomorrow for Faded Friday. Bring you joy. Take your joy.
I gave it a wash, turned it on and slipped it in.
Never forget.
I gave it a wash, 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 turned it on and slipped it in.
We just live with this now. So yeah, that's that. Take your joy, clean your fucking bong. Tomorrow is Faded Friday, which we kind of did today because why not? But Faded Friday, we smoke weed and we listen to good music and we have good chats and maybe we play games and I don't fucking know. Read a good horror book. This one's fucked up. It's so gross. I mean, dolls. Clown doll on the back of your couch! And people are like, Katie, why don't you just, like, get over your fear of clowns? Because y'all motherfuckers won't fucking quit putting them on the backs of couches like decoration and not treating them like the fucking psychotic murderer souls inside of dolls that they are. I love you so much. Bye.